Jesus.
Oh man.
Yeah, definitely not interested in that.
Oh man, what a timeline that would be though. Who would have ever thought, man? Yeah, just
I mean, I would have thought. It's not entirely
Oh.
surprising to me at all.
right.
Like I know I was pestering you about this in your DMs, Lucas, but like I know that you have your opinions. I still think there might be a chance that there was some kind of misunderstanding. Maybe Ethan was misled by Matt to assume some certain thing or something, and something got said that wouldn't have been said otherwise. I don't know. I'm still holding up hope. I know that shit
what's the misunderstanding?
For you, but
like whether or not he is like
whether or not
accomplice.
Yeah, whether or not Ethan is a shithead, basically.
Oh
Yeah.
Well, I doubt the money is going to go into Refold, right?
Right.
Yeah, well, it sounds like at least
The only information we have so far is Ethan. Like the publicly available information is that Ethan has stated multiple times that Uproot is completely separate and none of the money is going into Refold, and Ethan is not getting any money from it.
I mean, there's a good chance it could be damage control too, but
yeah, that's a possibility, and like, from my perspective, talking with Ethan as this stuff came out, the story that, I got from him in real time was that he was sold the same idea that a lot of people were sold, like, that this course was going to be like value and like it was going to be cool and people in the community were going to be all about it. Something that he sold to like multiple different YouTubers, this idea that like it was just going to be this cool community thing and different people could be a part of it. And then as soon as the marketing came out, he was like really upset about how it went, and he tried to get Matt to tone it down and stop. And at first he thought like he was just kind of, I don't know. According to him, he was blindsided by all of it, and eventually like he just was like really upset about how it all went down. So
I'm sure he was
so
upset
bad for Ethan.
It didn't go well, but like I think it's a bit naive to think that a guy who supposedly has, experience doing business, that he wouldn't know anything about what's going on, like in the marketing. Like, I think it's very naive in my honest opinion.
Yeah, but
Like I
also
said,
Matt has proven that he's a super slimy guy. Like,
that's why I said I'm still open to the idea that he's just like out, just like screwing everybody over. Can't help himself.
He's gonna leave a trail of business partners.
He's stabbed his own business partners back before.
Yeah, I heard about that. But honestly, I'm not sure. If he stays with Threefold, then I don't know. Like the alarms would just be blaring, just like fucking blaring for me. I'll be honest. I mean, like for you guys,
I'm sufficiently disappointed with the Refold like Q&As, and I was like so on the verge of like stopping subscribing because every time I asked a question, he would just like slap me in the face, like, "Oh no, that technique won't work." Like, bitch, I'm talking about early childhood language acquisition. I have 4 years experience working with young children, and you haven't even proven to us that you've graduated university. What?
That should be the question.
I graduated university.
That doesn't. I don't think that should matter, but
yeah.
No, but still, like, doesn't care about.
Hey, if you're considering like
the whole project at all, it's just, oh yeah, I get to put my face on this and I make some money off it. Like,
if you're considering stopping supporting, there's there happens to be another project that you might be interested in.
I wonder if you've heard of it.
Shoot your shot.
Yeah, there might be a few projects out there that are trying to add value in like an honest way, so you might want to check them out.
Yeah, or I just spend that money on
Sexy Mandarin.
Disney Plus and get some more immersion content. Like,
so Lucas, I'm curious, like, do you think that you would be at least open to like talking with Ethan if he split ties with Matt? Like,
I
just to, like,
I don't think
kinda
it's really
touch base?
necessary for what we're doing. I mean,
Yeah. Well, not
he was
as like a
pretty
partnership,
dishonest with
but just
me and
like,
my dealings with him. So I
yeah.
mean, go on.
Yeah, and I don't mean like for a partnership or like nothing like that. Just, I mean, for like maybe clear up any misunderstandings or something. Clear up any bad blood.
I mean, I don't think there's really a need for it personally. Like, we're just gonna do our thing and just try to do it well, and that's pretty much where we're at.
Gotcha.
Any call?
That's so mature. Like,
Ethan collaboration. Duggan becomes a part of. No, okay, no, I'm joking. I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
Yeah,
I think
I
Dogen
think
joining
Dogen's doing
Refold
his
would
own
be
thing.
bad for Dogen. Like,
Yeah, Dogen's doing his own thing.
Yeah.
It's a little unfortunate for Lamont and Mr. Celis too.
yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
fucking love Lamont. Like,
I love that game.
Yeah, he's a stand-up dude.
Lamont, I think before has like really looked up to Matt, but I don't know how he feels now about Matt.
yeah. Mm.
Wait, who's Lamont?
Lamont is
Days
just
of French Reader.
he's so honest and like
Days of
holds
French
himself
for Swedish.
accountable for his like actual progress, and he's like not afraid to make mistakes. But like, I feel like most of the reason Matt sort of like stopped talking about learning Chinese is that he like was afraid to be like bad at something in public.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I don't think he made like progress with Chinese.
Yeah, every time he talked about it, then like 3 months later he would bring it up again and like, oh, I didn't actually do it.
Stu J. Raj. Oh my god, I have not learnt Chinese for over 10 years, but not over 10 years. Oh my god, I haven't learned Japanese for 10 years. Haven't had Chinese at school for like 7 years, but every time I watch his videos, I'm like, fuck, I should learn Chinese again.
Yeah.
Doesn't he also offer a course that's like $1,000?
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know much about him. I know he did ACAT.
Some courses can be worth
Minecraft.
$1,000.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Minecraft.
I mean,
But you have to actually prove
not
it's worth
everyone is trying to
$1,000.
rip you off, but like, I don't know. He seems like I could trust him. I don't know if it's just because he's also Australian. But this is why I'm like, oh my god, I would trust Lamont with my life because he's also Australian. But,
Australians
you know,
automatically sound trustworthy. That is
Right.
Is Steve better at Chinese than Matt?
Who?
Steve Kaufman, is he better at Chinese than Matt?
Probably.
I don't think Matt doesn't
Dude,
speak
Steve
Chinese.
Kaufman
Matt-
regularly does.
Yeah, Matt does not speak
interviews in
Chinese.
He doesn't. Yeah.
Matt
He
has like
does not speak
studied
Chinese.
Chinese from the perspective of being someone who's interested in the history of Japanese, but
I remember he had
Step
like a
one,
tweet
learn
that said like
Chinese.
he's,
Step
he's
two,
giving
learn
up on other
Japanese.
languages or something.
Hey, shout out the original steps.
Back in the day, I remember him telling me he wanted to pursue Chinese so that he could read ancient Japanese, like the really old shit.
that seems like it's just something to say.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
fair
it's
play.
been over
like,
5 years, right? Since he said he wanted to learn Chinese.
Oh yeah, it's been something like that.
Oh my god, look at how many people are in this chat.
I've never
Wow.
been in this big a Discord call before.
Like he tweeted this in like December. He said, "The more of my life that I give to Japanese, the more the Japanese gives back to me. That's why I'm just not that interested in studying other languages."
He contradicts himself
Fair
constantly.
enough.
He says things that go against his own. Like I completely understand that, but at the same time, like I reached like native like fluency in German, and now I'm learning other Germanic languages. I like have a much better like picture of all the like regional dialects because they're all like I can notice. Oh, this is like an aspect of a German dialect that I can see like comes from Norwegian, or like it's like this exists in Dutch but not in standard German, and like. I don't know, if you're really that fascinated with the like your main target language, I would want to be learning all the languages that it shares things with because it gives you like a better, more like holistic idea of where that language came from. Not that you have to, of course nobody has to do that, but I don't know, it doesn't seem like he's actually that passionate about Japanese anymore.
He's passionate about money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I were in his position, I would be like, fuck yeah, I'll learn Chinese.
It also seems kind of weird for him because, like, I remember, and at least in a couple of videos, he like openly admitted, "Hey, I'm not the best Japanese speaker out there. There are people better than me." And, like, he was like,
Yeah.
pretty, honest about that. And then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, me and what was it, Ken are like the best."
Me and
Best
Ken are
in,
the
best in the country, guys. Best in the country.
Not one of them.
Like
the.
there are no like Japanese
exaggeration.
immigrant children in the country.
Yeah.
You know it, Joe.
Wait.
Like
Yeah,
I mean,
he said
there
it
are
like
schools-
including
Better than
regular
natives.
Japanese people.
Yeah,
Dude,
including
he's better than natives. Haven't you
including
heard?
all Japanese people.
There are regular primary schools in Australia, just like normal primary school, that also happen to like have a Japanese immersion program where all of these white kids are learning Japanese from like age 6. There must be something like that in the US. There must be
they're
native
called
English
both-
speaking children
Yeah,
who
there
are
is.
near native
There's a thing
fluent in
called
Japanese in the
which is
US.
like
Yeah.
basically,
Japanese
like, weekend school.
Americans.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
there's
there's
Japanese
tons of
Americans who
people
go to
better than
Japanese
him.
schools on Sundays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
9
Yeah,
hours.
yeah.
It's a big lie.
There are schools like that. I used to live in Columbus, Ohio, and there's a Honda R&D facility there, and all of their suppliers and everything. So they have to kind of maintain a Japanese school for like their kids that are born there.
Yeah, I had a lot of friends that went to Dublin for that. Dublin, Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Dang,
I
though, how,
I was gonna
how's
say,
that
what the hell? Moving to Ireland just to learn Japanese, like, doesn't seem like the best move.
Dublin, Ohio is like just right outside of Columbus. So
Isn't it like really hard to like enter Japan as a foreigner?
right
Like,
now,
if
you mean?
you're-
Wait, right now?
No, not right now. Like I mean, like even
Is it
pre-COVID. Like
Well,
No.
if
You
you
mean,
want
like,
to be a resident,
Moving there to live, or like I don't think it's
Like, to
difficult
live.
to
Like,
afford
moving-
it.
yeah,
moving there to live and everything like that.
it's really hard, I hear.
It wasn't that hard when I did it. Like,
Well, don't you need to like have like a BA bachelor's in order to be able to live there?
you do have to have. So it depends on what
You
kind
have
of
to have a university degree in order to exist in Japan.
No, it really depends on what kind of visa status you're going for. If you want, for example, to teach English or something, any college degree will work. But if you want to do something specific, you have to have like a degree in that field, or in a related field. So, for example, if you wanted to get into tech, but your degree is in English or something like that, they might not issue a visa. And then there are different categories as well. Like if you have certain qualifications, for example, like if you pass a JLPT, or if you went to a really well-established school that has a Japanese program or something like that, there's this system for like highly qualified individuals.
Wow, so
and
you can actually you can use the JLPT as a way to get into Japan.
well, it gives you some points toward this particular kind of visa category, and basically, if you do it and you have enough points through this, it's just a form you fill out and you add up the points. If you have enough points, then it makes you eligible for this thing, and it drastically shortens like the amount of time that you have to be in the country in order to get permanent residency from 10 years to 3 years. Anyway, the point is that there are lots of options for going.
Wait, that's just to get permanent residency. That's not to get a citizenship.
So citizenship it is a little bit more challenging because depending
Jesus
on
Christ.
because Japan
Like
doesn't.
Germany, you only have to live there for 8 years to get citizenship.
Yeah, so
Like you can get permanent residency almost immediately, and you live there for 8 years, and you're a citizen. And if you're married to a citizen, you only have to live there for 3 years to become a citizen.
Citizenship is actually kind of funny for Japan, actually, because if you're married to a Japanese citizen for 5 years, you only have to live there for 1 year.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
That's pretty
But
interesting.
still, like, it seems a lot more difficult to get, like, to move there. Just like listening to this brief description than like European
when I
countries
lived
that
there,
I've
it
looked
wasn't a
into
big
moving
deal,
to.
too. It wasn't too bad.
Isn't Japan like not the friendliest towards foreigners as well, and like based on like these policies and like all these things you have to
I
do
think
and
it's
everything?
probably exaggerated a bit.
It's
I think
super
you should look at
exaggerated.
China if you want a country that's not too friendly against foreigners who live
Jesus,
there.
China,
I mean, every country to some extent is not very friendly towards foreigners moving there, especially when they're foreigners that don't really care about learning the language before trying to move there.
Well, isn't that like the same situation with America? It, like there's like all these restrictions, like actually getting citizenship in America, but then there's all these undocumented immigrants.
So I can tell you about the U.S. immigration stuff as well. So if you think that getting into Japan is difficult, you should try to move to the U.S. because when I moved to Japan, it took less than 3 months in order to get a visa to move there. But for someone coming here, if they're married to a U.S. citizen, it'll take minimum a year and a half, and sometimes up to 3 or even 5 years, depending on.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Actually,
That's
when
fucked.
I
It sounds
there's
like it would
another
be easier
strategy
to
too.
adopt your partner and just
Oh,
have
There-
them come.
yeah, I
There's
want to
another
hear from your
strategy
Lucas.
too.
Wait,
'Cause when
guys.
I moved to, let me just tell you this too. When I moved to America, there's another strategy. You just come with your spouse on, like that you've already been married to, on a tourist visa, and then you just apply when you're in the U.S. And when you apply during the application process, they can stay. So
So-
that's what we did, and it was fine. I got
Well, that sounds great.
permanent residency
Well,
for my
so
It
wife
could be just
in
like
no time.
there's
like in a
another
few
option.
months.
I think there's another option as well you can do. You could just be like, fuck it all and just, illegally just.
so
I mean, a lot of people do that.
Wow.
I wonder how much illegal immigrants there are in Japan, by the way. Like,
Probably not
Like-
many.
It's
Maybe
a long
some
way to
Chinese
swim.
ones.
You got to
Yes.
swim a long way.
get on the boat, Audi boat.
To Lucas's point about so some people will do that, they'll overstay, and the reason you can get away with that is because the people who let you into the United States are not the same people who approve your application for your visa. They're two completely different government departments, and they have different rules. The thing is that they kind of updated some policies, and what used to be a 60-day test where you had to be here for at least 2 months is now a 90-day test. So you have to overstay on a tourist visa if you want to go that route. So it's pretty risky.
But
Whoa.
it's technically not overstaying because you get permission to stay during the application process.
Oh, do
They
you?
give you
Okay.
permission. Yeah. Like I did this, so like I actually I was actually pretty like I was pretty knowledgeable about all this because I actually did the application myself at that time. I just like went hard for 2 weeks, like 8 hours a day, and just figured it all out and did it. And yeah, it was fine.
So there is a way. to enter Japan without a university degree.
Yeah.
I mean, this was
I think that's
America
limited.
in this case, but yes, there is of course too.
Like JLPT, and what are the other options? I mean, I'm not like
what was that? What's that visa called you were talking about? Where you can?
Yeah. So the term you want to look for is highly skilled professional.
All right.
But some of the things that add significant amount of points are having a degree and that kind of thing. So just, I mean, you can take a look at it, but there are a lot of requirements.
Damn, okay.
And the nice thing about this particular category is that the default length is 5 years instead of 1.
All right.
Are you thinking of moving there and you don't have a degree?
No, to be honest,
just
this is all
curious
just
right
like I'm just like understanding the immigration system for other countries. I don't want to live in Japan. I'm not even trying to learn Japanese right now. Now I'm learning Korean
See,
like
this
Saudi is.
proves my point that half of Matt's community is not even learning Japanese. Like he makes out like, oh, I've got however many 100,000 people following me, and they're all learning Japanese. Like,
Well, most of them are learning Japanese, to be
Really?
fair. But there are a significant minority of people learning other things. Like Korean, I think, is a big one.
yeah, but like, how many of his subscribers are just like they just subscribed and they never watch his videos and they're not learning any language?
Probably
just
a lot of them.
If you only go based on people in the Refold Discord communities, which is a flawed way to slice it, but it kind of goes to show the people who are like into the Refold ecosystem. There's actually more people outside of the Japanese server than inside the server. It's the largest server, so it's the largest chunk, but there are more people elsewhere.
That's actually really interesting.
Yeah. Oh man. But this is kind of wild. I mean, like, it's so cool having so many people to discuss all this.
Yeah,
too.
we have some legendary names in here. Brit versus Japan, Yoga.
Yeah,
I'm
shout out,
starstruck.
shout out
I
to
wouldn't
legends.
say legendary. It's a bit of a
To
stretch.
me,
Do
they're
you think
legendary.
someone is snooping on us and recording this right now?
Oh,
imagine,
yeah, guaranteed.
Probably.
There's always somebody
Probably.
recording this shit.
Is Anacreon here?
Oh yeah, I'm looking this. Apparently,
what-
Japan has a working holiday visa. Yeah, did you guys look into this?
So
I've looked into that.
that's
Oh
right.
really? Oh fuck. Okay.
Man, but yeah, no, I wonder, going off that though. I mean, I wonder if like Matt's here.
I mean,
maybe everyone has to say one word to verify. Everyone's muted. Verify your
Not then
identity.
they get banned.
or you
Home
get
slice,
I
you're
mean, does it
from
really matter? We can't get banned from this server for bitching on Matt. Like,
Home Slice. You're from Canada, right? Okay, I thought so. I listen to all these KoreKara podcasts, so I know a little bit about some of each of you guys.
he was on Kanji Eater.
Oh, was that what it was?
Really good.
Okay, my bad. Yeah, I watched the Kanji Eater podcast too.
Yo,
But yeah,
shout
it was a good interview, man. It was good hearing your story. It was cool. You got an interesting, backstory.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, I got the legends out here. Yeah, you gotta love Brit vs Japan coming out over here too.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not. If anyone is recording this, they can't get me.
all right, right here. Time for a statement from
anything you say in
Nope.
this chat can be used against you in a court of law.
Nope.
More like used against you in a 4chan video.
Oh my god.
Look what happened to Chris
Yeah,
Chan.
man, don't say that. Oh man, well, it looks like the official word from Brit vs Japan is that he said, "Nope, that will be used against you in every single video."
I'm just here to listen.
now.
I'm just enjoying the drama.
You here for the lols?
The lulls.
Uh,
It's the classic. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's crazy though how all the drama even happening in the first place. It's like we mentioned in the video, it's like something you really hate to see, you never really expect,
Oh
Mm.
yeah.
This is like a next level drama thing. I've never seen it this big before.
We can invite Saito onto the podcast and have her talk about how she was basically threatened by Matt, but okay.
That
Who
was
was?
crazy though. He's
I
talking
wanna
about
I wanna see the video
Oh,
of that.
Saito.
Oh wait, actually, how did you guys wait?
I'm sure she has like
Yeah,
multiple
it's
copies.
really kind of messed up to pressure small YouTubers like that. It's like, I mean, it's like psychopathic. It's
Yeah.
It's kind of
It's
weird.
messed
Didn't
up.
we already establish this?
Also, Eric, just kind of curious, how did you feel about the fact that your Japanese was evaluated in a video by 2 Japanese speakers?
Yeah, that's pretty
Just-
wild.
Just being nitpicked to death.
That's
Did
pretty
they
wild.
say
But
good
then,
about this?
yeah, they said like really good things, so I was like pretty like surprised. I mean, like,
Are you better than Matt?
well, I didn't say anything. You asked.
I mean,
you should ask
so
Saito.
I watched that video. It was really good.
There's nothing better than getting wonderful feedback on your accent. Like, honestly,
Yeah.
there's no better ego trip than someone saying you're really good at this language.
Yeah,
Like,
it's kind of like an
seriously?
ego boost.
Well, I mean, they did say that Eric's basically one of the best that they've heard. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow, so you're even better than Matt versus Japan. Wow, this is insane. All right,
But wasn't
this is
that in the
crazy. And
Okay, I'm gonna need to see a video of you going to a Japanese supermarket in the next 12 days.
Shocking Japanese people.
Now
That's-
that
you gotta find
Eric
another
goes to
YouTuber and
surpass
tell him how
Mui
much
Mui
he's
and
doing.
Eric. You gonna try that?
What was like
Okay,
Asian
so
guy
I-
shocks Japanese
No,
people?
no. Surpass Mui. No, like so when you surpass Matt, you surpass Mui Mui and then what's his face, Nick?
Harry?
No, Mui Mui and Nick.
Oh,
yeah.
like Wing and Nick is like on a different level. They're
Yeah,
like
they're on a
legitimately
Mm.
extremely close to native level.
Wait,
But
I mean,
they've been
Wing
living-
is native level.
They've been living there for ages. Like,
Yeah.
They live
it's
in the language.
completely different. The level of natural language that you're able to acquire when you actually like spend your whole life, everything you do in real life, not just stuff you do online, in a
Especially
language.
if you start off
Yeah.
at a young age. I don't know how young they started, but if they started quite young.
so
Yeah.
Mei is that she started at 19, and Nick said that
Really?
and Nick said that he started when he was 14.
Yeah, that's why
Oh, did you-
when people say like I have a larger vocab than natives or whatever, it doesn't make any
Like-
sense.
Yeah.
You spent less time.
There's so much random vocabulary for like certain plants and animals that you just don't learn as an adult because it's not necessary.
You could.
You know, like a specific species of butterfly or dinosaur. Like you just don't need that as an adult.
If you
True, yeah. It's also just
know them.
This is
every
stuff I didn't
person-
learn in German until I moved to Germany to be an au pair, and I had 4 children pulling on my hair all day. Like,
yeah. It's every
doesn't mean
person
you're not
goes
fluent.
through-
It's just like you can't say you have a larger vocabulary than a native.
Yeah.
If you haven't lived in the country for several years, like, I'm sorry.
The natives,
I don't know.
I think it depends because some natives.
I mean,
will
that's a
just, like,
metric you
not
can measure,
read.
though. You could have a
that mean?
larger vocabulary, but
Theoretically,
you could have it, but you could still not know words
Matt.
that natives know.
Also, like, which native are you comparing yourself to? Are you comparing yourself to a native 5-year-old?
I would
Are you
compare
comparing
the
yourself
average.
to a native with a particularly
You should compare to the average.
What's the average?
If it's an average,
like
then
25
There is no
like, you don't
average.
have-
Everybody's unique.
I mean, you know, that's not true. Average is a numerical statistic you can take. If you use the same method, you can take a numerical statistic.
Yeah, but there also is
But,
like
like-
no like method that takes
Yeah.
into account like natives, takes into account foreigner, takes into account like
I mean, the
age,
native.
you know.
I would only say the average for natives is important.
When you're talking about vocabulary, though, there's lots of domains of vocabulary. Like she was talking about, like
Yeah.
butterfly names, but you could talk about like
because
slang
like
or
you know, like I don't know
Yeah.
all the words for like parts of a car, even in English. Like,
Also, greatly depends on how.
And
much
like
you
every
use
word
it
that
throughout your life.
people have when they're growing up,
Yeah.
like in math class or history class, like all the
Yeah.
terms and stuff. It's like everyone's gonna know that, but if you're just studying language, you're very
it's
rarely
also,
gonna come
but it's
across
also
it.
like how
Yeah,
how native
but
like
yeah, you
is
may
your
not know that.
explanation
You may
when you
not know
don't know
that.
the word. Like maybe you don't know the word for turbo in a car, right, in your target language, but you can say, you know, that thing in the car that looks like a snail. Like if you can say that, then you've still effectively communicated.
I mean,
If you
I'm
are not able to like say something like that, then no, you can't communicate what you're talking about.
I mean, I'm not
This is what
necessarily.
we're meaning.
I wouldn't 100% agree that it's not possible because, like, it depends. You know, I mean, I don't know what the average would be, but I know a lot of people don't read. So I think, like, for example, I would guess for sure that a lot of my professors in university who weren't native English speakers had a larger vocabulary than the native. I would guess that, like, very
Oh,
comfortably.
definitely.
So I don't think it's.
I work with a lot of
it's-
people who definitely speak worse English than lots of educated foreigners. Like,
That's what I mean. So I'm just gonna say I don't think I think this point's kind of moot in a sense because it's definitely possible and I've
Yeah,
seen
I
it,
agree
you
with
know?
him.
mm,
Yes, Evan, stop. You go.
I just wish it wasn't all about vocabulary. Like, there are so many other aspects to speaking
I mean, yeah, I
in a
agree.
native like
is
way.
mostly vocabulary learning, though. That's like the
Vocabulary
whole thing.
is not
I think vocabulary is the
bees-
hardest part.
the be all and end all.
I think
I
it's
think
the
it's
hardest
the
part,
easiest
though.
part.
Basically.
Well,
I
I
mean,
mean,
well,
it's easy. It's easy to learn, but it's hard to learn like all of the vocabulary you need.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Like, but it's
technically you
easy
don't.
to just memorize. It's easy to just memorize words.
I mean, technically you wouldn't need a larger You wouldn't need to know every word, right? If it's just a larger vocabulary in total, it could just be I read.
Yeah, that's
a
what
lot of
That's
books.
what I'm thinking of.
It
Like,
doesn't mean you know the same words as a native would.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Is like maybe the native knows more words in math in the domain of math, but you might know all these literary words because you read a lot that natives don't know, and you
Not
would
to-
know more words overall, but you might
Not to
still
mention
not
that,
know
like,
those words.
Not to mention that, like, I mean, a native can, like, for example, not have algebra or, I don't know, maybe the higher classes like calculus in school, so they don't know what.
I don't have that, but I
Yeah,
wouldn't
exactly.
consider myself a non-fluent speaker of English.
To be fair, a lot of natives just forget that anyway. Like
Yeah.
half those words.
Like, I know natives that just don't know
sure I
any
have.
grammatical words. They don't know, like,
Oh my
what a
God.
verb is. They don't know
My
what
Yeah,
my
I know.
entire
Maybe
year
in
9
English.
geography
Frustrating.
Who knows
class
a
didn't know
semicolon?
what a
Who
verb
uses that?
was.
Also, I guess it depends on what you mean by know a word, because I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, at least if you're American, you probably heard the names of every single state in the U.S., but you don't actually know. But most people, or at least I would think, don't actually know where it is.
What's Japan? Is that in Canada?
Most Australians think that our capital city is Sydney.
What is it?
It's Canberra.
Canberra.
Wait,
I've actually
wait, what?
never even heard of that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I've never
Where
heard
is
of
that?
it.
But I understand why people
Sydney?
outside of Australia would think that Sydney is the capital city, but it's completely
I
unacceptable
did
for an
not.
educated adult who's been to high school to think that Sydney is the capital city because it's drilled into us.
I mean, if
Right,
you lived there, yeah, then yeah, that's a bit stupid.
Yeah,
but-
imagine if you thought New York was the capital city of the U.S.
Oh,
at one
no.
point,
Wait, it's not?
At one point, it was.
No, it's not.
I thought it was L.A.
Actually,
Countries in America.
It's
Five
the
countries in
influencer
America. Las
capital.
Vegas?
Brazil, Argentina, the US, Canada,
I
Mexico.
think due to the like influx of like Nando's like restaurants in the DC area, I think that's what the reason why DC became the capital of the US, I believe.
Or
Yeah,
thought
isn't
it
that
was
right?
like a deal,
You should go make
between
a
like
video essay on that.
Hamilton and some other people, and they sent the capital down. To
No. That's you're wrong about that. No,
God, this all has
No,
gotten even
it was-
bigger.
it was the influx of Nando's restaurants coming into the
geez.
DC area that made it, that way.
makes sense. That makes total
I
The
sense.
don't
call
think
is
I've
so
ever
big,
seen
all
this
of the
many
people
people.
don't fit on my screen.
Name 5 countries.
Dang, why are you guys all muted? Speak up.
I have
Oh,
a
hang
map
on.
on
Eating
my
breakfast.
wall in front of my desk. It wasn't
Matt, wait, what?
you have a
Matt.
mat.
map. Map.
I'm Matt.
Map versus Japan?
A diagram of all the countries in the world. A map.
Map
Oh,
versus Japan.
map versus
Back
Japan.
versus Japan.
Everyone just hears anything related to it. It's like, what? Wait, what?
Have you seen
Back versus
the
money.
there's a lot of people who make maps without New Zealand as a joke.
Oh, really?
It's just there's like a whole Tumblr account that's just maps without New Zealand.
It's because
Wow.
it doesn't exist.
Kind of disrespectful there.
And then the other day I saw a map that was like centered around New Zealand. Like they'd rearranged the whole projection of the globe to be like New Zealand is the center point.
Damn, New Zealand had it coming. After they had disrespected that much, they deserve it.
I kind of appreciated that though, because Australia was right next to New Zealand. I was like, oh, I feel like I'm also kind of in there in the middle,
You're like partly there.
Like I'm in the map. I have a huge map of Germany, and then I have a map of the world, but it's the upside down map of the world.
Oh,
It's not a map that I've hung upside down. It's all of the continents are upside down, and they're labeled upside down.
right. Oh, Callie found
That's
the
really cool.
map from the New Zealand government that doesn't have New Zealand on it. Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. Damn. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, I wonder.
Oh, Bill, 10 hours.
Oh, it's
Bill,
Bill.
Bill Nye.
Bill,
Yeah. Dude, what if Bill from the Uproot site and I almost said Upfold Uproot site Bill and Bill Nye are the same person.
Reroute.
Reroute.
Not a
what
bad
if
thing.
everybody in the Refold server just changed their profile picture to Bill?
Yo,
That would be great.
Then we'll find Bill.
I don't know.
Hashtag
Do you guys
find
know
Bill.
about?
Hashtag
Do you guys
find
know about the
Bill.
Mish apocalypse on Tumblr?
No.
Nope.
It was before I got into Tumblr, but it was like someday everyone decided they were going to change
Find Bill.
their profile picture to that guy from Supernatural. And it was confusing because you couldn't tell who any of the people you were following were because they all had the same profile picture. And it was a big meme. And anyway, it would be funny if we did that, but with Bill.
Sure.
I feel like you're all going to get banned very quickly.
Yeah, if we all go in there with the same
No.
profile, they're gonna
Oh,
ban
he
us.
is.
I mean, I've
not
like,
Actually, I see that. I don't know anything about the refold. So
Actually, what's kind of funny is that pretty much all the mods in the refold server are literally against Matt. I talked to one of them.
in
And
that
he was
case.
like tempted of actually banning Matt himself, but he didn't have the power.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
But, I mean, Matt doesn't say anything
They
in the
put
server, right?
memes of Bill in the emotes on that server.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're memeing the Uproot thing themselves, the mods.
It doesn't
That's
seem
crazy.
like Matt reads anything that happens in a server or is aware of what's going on.
Oh,
at all.
he deleted all his messages on that server.
Yeah,
Is he active in
he
any
might
server?
he might search
I don't
for
know-
his
I don't
name or
think so.
something every once
my
in a while.
God.
I can see him doing that, but
he didn't have
yeah,
any messages to begin with.
Wait,
no?
actually, also
pretty
just
sure.
on top of that, he used to be part of in a server called EJLX, or the Japanese language exchange server, which is I think it's the
Mhm.
biggest Japanese related server out there. And the thing is, I think around 2017, like he used to be really active, but then like one day he just deleted all of his messages in one go, and like now it's like he completely erased his history on there, which is kind of funny.
That's so shady.
I don't know if it was that server, but didn't he used to make accounts and go yell at people to immerse or something on these different servers.
Nihongo boss.
Yeah, I think that was it.
No, what?
Oh, that was on
Why?
DJT, right? Nihongo
Who the
boss.
fuck has?
Yeah, Nihongo boss and I think like Ren were in DJT.
Who has
Yeah,
the time
Ren.
for that?
Is that recent?
I think it was in the past year.
So what are the chances he's right here?
So weird.
I mean, I think it's fairly probable.
Significant
We
chance.
were joking about him being a psychopath,
I think it's
but that is
probable.
some seriously
I'm
messed up
pretty
shit.
sure he has small alts in the server.
Like in
He
the
has-
voice chat.
Yeah, alts and everything. Well, yeah, I think there's a hefty chance.
Oh.
I can never. I can't
Maybe-
understand that.
Maybe
I-
he can.
Yeah,
you would
clear
think
some
that
time
if
for
that were the case, and he were actually using the accounts and monitoring what people were saying, he would have read the room about Project Uproot and not gone through with it.
Maybe
I
he can
mean,
explain his side.
I'm pretty sure he's aware of what's going on. I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty hard not to be.
All he did was just like controlled the narrative on all of the platforms that he controlled and like strong-armed people into like promoting it for him and like hit everybody with like all this like bullshit and then stayed quiet and not acknowledged any of it. So yeah, like it didn't matter what the reception was going to be. He was going to just try to control enough of it to make enough money. And
Do you guys think he's going to come out with some kind of apology video or anything like that?
No,
if he does, I hope people don't
no,
buy it.
he is
Yeah.
not gonna do that.
Just unmute and talk to us.
Yeah,
I wouldn't doubt it
Matt,
because I
if
mean
you're
that's
out
what he
there.
did. That's what he did, right? And most people bought it, like when the MI split happened. So
Yeah, that's true.
But what is he gonna apologize
Mm.
for? Like bad marketing? Like it's
I mean-
a weird apology to make.
Like lying.
The thing is,
Oh,
not
like,
many people
oh,
have seen it.
Ken
It's only people in
manipulated
his email
me.
address.
Ken
Yeah,
manipulated me into
next
doing
Ken will
something I
be the
didn't
next
know.
Oh
target.
no,
Yeah.
I hope.
Just like
No.
Nice lies, though.
Apology video with my girlfriend to get one last video with heaps of clicks.
Does Matt have a
holding
dog?
My girlfriend hostage.
I don't think Matt is
does he have a
capable
dog?
of looking after another living creature, so I doubt he has a dog.
He could go to a dog shelter and fucking rent a dog or something, or I don't know.
For the video.
Yeah,
Yeah, for the video.
I
He
registered a
does
dog,
not
guys.
need money to rent a dog.
I don't think you
I
can
donated
rent a
I
dog.
donated X amount of money to charity or something like that. You could do that.
Yeah,
But do you even
Matt
really
vs.
reckon that
Japan
it
just
can-
suddenly
it can lead
starts
to apologies?
uploading. I rented a dog for a day. This is how it went. Got nothing to do with language learning.
I think if Matt would have stopped before all of this and like stopped the uproot thing, people would have been open to the idea that he still has a conscience.
But
And like,
now it's too late.
yeah,
He's
now it's
done.
too late.
His
Like-
reputation is just destroyed, at least in the community.
Do you think he actually takes the criticism seriously though, rather than just like downplaying it, saying like, "Oh, they're just haters," they're just hating on what I'm doing. I don't know if he
Well, he has
even
to
really
cope
takes
now.
it seriously, the
Perhaps
criticism.
not.
I'd like to
I
think
mean-
since Eric and Raz have put up that video that maybe he'll look at that and think, oh, maybe
Yeah. I
I mean,
feel
the
like that's
evidence
gotta
that
hurt.
Matt's a
But then,
narcissist
I mean, there
is
are plenty
pretty
of public
fucking high.
figures on the internet who
Is
get
it
loads
not?
of criticism, and it's like significantly worse than any shit Matt's done, and they seem to still be able to upload
That's
to
true.
YouTube with a clean
Logan
conscience.
Paul came
You
back.
can't really
I
cancel
mean,
people
look at James
nowadays.
Charles. Look at Logan
But I mean,
Paul.
those
Look-
people have like huge fan bases, so I think there's a lot more room for error. Because if some people leave, there's still like millions of people.
Yeah, well,
Oh, yeah.
and also
there must be a
there's
fucking nightmare inside their heads. Like,
there's like an element of like when you're involved with controversy, like if there's an element of like you have half of your community like supporting you and the other half not supporting you, there's like there's a clear sense of not everybody being on the same page about things, and there's dialogue back and forth, there's like mystery or whatever. But here it's like all of Matt's supporters who learn about this shit are like, man, fuck this. So
Yeah.
everybody else who didn't give a shit, who wasn't on his side before, they also say fuck this because they didn't have any reason to like buy into it or give him the benefit
Yeah.
of doubt. So now his own supporters are turned against him. So I think that's the biggest difference. It's like he's gonna have to like build up from scratch somehow. I don't know.
You sure
I-
we can't kick
I
him
heard.
out of the
I heard
refold
that somehow. I heard that somehow his Patreon is gaining subscribers. Is that true?
I've heard a lot of people saying they're gonna like stop being subscribers.
Yeah, I did
though.
too.
Yeah, I stopped.
I don't know. Yeah. Well, are you talking
Yeah,
about
he's
his
probably got, like, a
personal
huge-
one or the refold one?
Wait, does he have a? Are they different?
There's
I thought
a
he closed his
don't think he has a
personal one.
personal
Yeah, I
one.
thought he closed
Okay.
his personal.
It took him a really long time to close it though.
But he's probably got like a
Oh,
huge
you
amount
guys
of
mean the
people
one
that
that
don't
he
even
stole
interact with
from
his
me? Yeah,
call.
that's cool. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
one.
know. I don't know what he was like before, but I feel like this is the perfect example of the phrase "you either die here or see yourself, or live long enough to see yourself
Yeah.
become the villain."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So true. Are you playing Roblox?
Yep, I'm gonna
For
stream
your
Roblox.
Stop. Jesus.
Are you kidding me? Even Roblox is lagging. Why is this running at 30 FPS?
Tries solitaire.
My
Are you playing
computer
Phantom
that bad?
Forces?
Yeah, this is the best
By the
game on
way-
Roblox.
You guys, do you know that Ken is running a Google ad for a book?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, really?
Oh, is he?
You type his name
for
into
what?
Google and there's an
Oh.
ad that comes up.
That makes total
Oh, so
sense.
his Japanese
That is
course, right?
something that he would
Yeah.
do.
I think he's always had that.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. I think
I only noticed it yesterday. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Not sure how he lost money to advertisers.
Running a Google ad.
Also, just curious, is there like a video where like Ken speaks Japanese for like longer than a minute?
No.
Well, he speaks it in our interview at the very end.
Yeah, but it's really
very
short.
end,
It's really
yeah.
short.
Mm.
It's like
But he doesn't
mean-
sound
But
like
that's also
anywhere
that's
close
not
to
having
native.
a conversation.
yeah,
that
he
could be
definitely
rehearsed.
doesn't sound native.
So then
I'm
you
pretty
think
sure
that
he
people-
made pitch accent mistakes. Like even I could notice some of them.
So he's getting
I
totally
have
fluffed up.
one
is what
year
you're
of
saying?
high school Japanese, and I can tell that there are some sounds that are just like not
Yeah.
on point.
I will
It's Call of Duty or
mention
Roblox.
5 years ago when he released the Japanese for anime course, I did sign up for it back then.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was it
I
like?
did get my money back. Fair play to him.
Oh, God.
Oh, you got a
Yeah.
refund?
I did get a
Yeah,
refund.
he said
You should make a
did.
review, like a review
Gosh.
video or something.
Change,
oh,
edit the
this guy's
refold
hacking.
logo, but have it say
But-
refund.
Bruh. I specifically
Refund.
remember at the time
Just say
the
we're
one
billing
thing that
back.
the one thing that he said to try and like, I don't know if it was to sell it or if it was something he mentioned in a different video.
Was
But
homeless
he
or
said that he
something?
watched like all of One Piece and he got fluent, and that was all he did. And I was like, okay, bet. And so I watched like 300, 400 episodes of One Piece. I did not
I
end
mean,
up
I'm sure that
fluent.
didn't hurt you, but
But did
I
you
hated
enjoy
it
the
as
show?
well.
I mean, in his interview, it's clear he watched lots of anime, like lots more than just One Piece.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So you were waiting like on the last episode that you got.
I was like, am I feeling
Yeah.
it? God damn it, I'm not.
Episode
this is
one-
the final
1000.
episode. They give us the Microsoft Office product code, and I enter it in, and then
I get the
And then
episode
I'll be
1000
fluent.
One Piece. Oh, I'm fluent in Japanese
It's literally
now.
it's literally the meme where it gets good at episode like 500 or whatever.
You get good at Japanese.
Like,
episode
yeah,
500.
you know they're always like, oh, it gets good at episode 500. It's like you get good at episode 500.
You get beaten down by all the antagonists, and then become Luffy and just
Yeah.
become OP and start speaking.
Anime plot armor. Let's get it.
Hell yeah.
Oh man. Also, hey, shout out Harry coming through.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Hey.
Yo, Harry. Shout out.
What's up?
Like, thanks for joining the voice chat, and also appreciate
I mean,
the comment.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, so in conclusion, how is Ken's Japanese then?
Inconclusive, I guess.
I mean,
it's good.
I mean, I think he's
best
fluent.
Japanese speaker in America.
He doesn't sound native, like anywhere.
just looking
close.
at
Just
it through a microscope.
He sounds.
Well, it's there.
He sounds exactly like what he looks like. Like if you close your eyes and listen, that's exactly.
Not wrong, mate.
Really not that bad.
He made
there's like
so
this
many
fake veneer
like
of
little
emotion.
speaking mistakes just in English in the the videos in the run up to announcing Project Uproot. Like you would think that considering they're trying to advertise some program to get you speaking Japanese with a perfect accent, that they would, do a couple more takes to make sure that they're actually
Yes.
speaking English correctly, because it doesn't give them a lot of credibility.
I mean, for all we know, that could have been like the 500th take of like
He just can't. He can't.
I don't know.
It's just not very
If that's
good.
the case, I'm sure not buying.
That's a part of like attracting like the crowd of people that would like be interested in a product that's not necessarily the best and might cost a lot of money, but
That's
they're convinced
true.
that it works.
It's like the real life version of email scams.
I mean, you could just
with lots of typos in
Yeah,
them,
you're not
right?
wrong.
Wait, are
People who
email
don't
scams
notice the
not real?
typos in-
Yeah.
They could just make the excuse that they studied Japanese so hard that they messed up their
scam in the name.
Yeah.
Oh, that's smart.
Maybe that's
I
the
should have
excuse
said
I
that.
use.
They want to attrition.
My subjective impression was that Matt's Japanese sounds better than Ken's, but I don't know. Matt
Yes.
said Ken is better.
Oh, definitely.
Matt said Ken is better,
Yeah.
so I don't know.
No.
Yeah, because
Is he just, like, fluffing it?
hype it up.
He's been talking about him
He's
for
just
over,
trying
like
to hype
6
it
months.
up.
How he's like, there's this one person that I'm really jealous
Yeah.
about that speaks
Yeah,
amazing.
and it was Ken.
Yeah,
it's 'cause, like, people-
It was
Yeah,
also
watch
so weird them doing the interviews with one another because they were doing it as if it was their like first time meeting each other. It's like, this is BS. Come on, guys. Like, I'm autistic. I can tell you're not like
it was
genuinely having
actually
a
really
conversation right now.
I think it's. I
And
always
interviews, no,
think it's
kind of
cringy
messy.
when they do those staged videos where it's like, "Oh,
hate
hello." Yeah. I totally don't know you.
And so, when did you start learning Japanese? And why?
That's a bit
As if I
weird.
don't
right?
already know
The
that.
weirdest thing is just rocking up to the bloody supermarket and being like, "Oh, g'day, I speak Japanese." It's just a bit.
What's going on, mate? Just speak any Nihongo.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's like, bro. Like, I don't know. It just seems to be weird, you know, to just rock up to some random place.
Konnichiwa. Watashi wa America
Please hype up
desu.
my channel.
I think it would be so funny to do that, but I can't fucking do it because I already look German. Like,
Yeah.
I never get the impression of, oh, it's strange that you're speaking this language because nothing is weird about it.
Right. Yeah. It's like a.
I think you have to try a lot harder when you're learning a language that belongs to a community where most people belong to one race.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm learning Slovak, and people think I'm a weirdo when I start trying to speak Slovak with them.
You don't have to be that good at German to convince Germans you're one of them.
Why are you
It's
learning
not that hard.
Slovak? Man, get
I mean that.
grip. Surely you can't just go up and speak super broken German. They're like, "Oh, where you born?" Like Germany.
Before I'd even been there, I went to the consulate to get a visa so I could go and be an au pair, and the lady didn't believe that my Australian passport was real because it said I was born here. Because I was speaking to her in German, like, I'm not going to go to the German consulate and speak English. And I was like, fuck, I should have just spoken English and pretended I didn't know German. This would have been much
That's the way
easier.
to go.
She took my passport away. I had to wait like 20 minutes for her to come back after some guy had like
Wait, she actually think it was just not
inspected
real.
it. Yeah. She was like, oh, and
She's like,
your
"You're not
parents, where are
bloody
they from? I'm
Australian."
like, everyone in my family is Australian. We all speak just English. I'm not German. Please give me a visa and let me go.
Isn't that more proof of just how good you are at German, though?
Yeah, but like, I mean, it was a good feeling, but also just like really fucking annoying.
I see.
Oh man.
I mean,
By
it's
the
funny
way-
to talk about like in hindsight, but at the time I was honestly just more annoyed. I was like, oh, I should have pretended I didn't know
50
this
people
language
in
at
the
all. It would have
room.
been
Surely
much
surely
easier.
enough one must be a spy.
Should have recorded it and like released the course afterwards.
There's
saying
so
you're the
many
best
people.
German speaking
There's so
Australian.
many people in here who are like muted, and so it could be many of these people.
The last
Oh.
user, Jesus.
Matt versus Japan, show yourself.
That me.
It's me.
Sorry, guys.
I am
definitely me.
All right, I'm coming clean. It's me.
Spies say what?
Oh, by the way, hey, Oji man, just a really quick question. So, you know how, like in that one local video that like he like looked at a video that of you speaking Japanese and then like whatever and gave you a rating or whatnot?
Yeah.
Where is that video? I can't find it anymore.
Oh, I deleted it because it was shit. Like, I just didn't like the video. There's other videos of me speaking Japanese if you want them, but like I just didn't like the content of the video, so
Oh,
I
I
just
see,
got
I
rid of
see.
it. It was like, yeah, no, I tried to start like a series in Japanese about like on the horizon,
That's
and
the
it just
most
didn't really go
Australian
anywhere.
explanation I've ever heard for anything. I deleted it because it was shit.
Yeah, no, that's actually why. Like,
That's
other
me.
videos,
I'm
like-
so close to deleting my whole blog that I've had since I was 15.
Yeah, no. Fuck it, I'll just delete my channel. Why not, eh? Fuck it. I don't know.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Wait, it might get deleted for me if I keep talking shit.
Hey, if you're gonna
Oh,
go,
God.
let's go out with a bang.
Wait, what did you get offered to be an affiliate? Can you talk about that, or is that like you're not allowed to say?
Well, we didn't sign.
Well, they probably
anything.
got offered
Yeah, there was
like
no
a t-shirt and a
contract,
drink
right?
Yeah,
bottle.
there wasn't any
It was like
contract.
It was
Like,
just
if there was a
it was
contract, then
all it
you-
is literally just like you know how Amazon has Amazon Associates and like
Yeah,
you
yeah, it's
can
literally
put
like
links on the
that.
web and get a fee if someone clicks it. That's all it was essentially. So like
Also-
we would put a link in the video and then if someone clicks it,
Isn't
we'd
it,
get
isn't
a
it
kickback.
Amazon affiliates?
Yeah.
I was going to
You
ask
said
about
I was
that
like
arrangement.
Amazon Associates.
I
Oh,
think
that
it's
does
called
sound
Associates.
posh,
I
doesn't
think
it?
it is called Associates. I can't
Amazon
remember these. But
Associates.
Okay, I was going to ask
don't know.
about this arrangement that you guys had though. Was there any way to validate the amount of clicks that you guys got or anything? Was there any clarity or transparency in the system?
honestly, I've not actually looked at the site that much. They said to
Called Amazon Associates. How about that?
they sent a website you sign up to, and then I was waiting for a link to appear, and then they started uploading the videos before, like to generate a link, I guess. They started sending out the videos before that happened on the website, and then I was like, I don't really want to get involved with this. So I just haven't looked at the website yet. I could probably log back into it.
My baseline assumption was that there was no visibility or no way of like proving that you guys were getting the proper amount of kickbacks or like a set amount of agreement. Like, was there a set number of like percentage per click that actually followed through, or what?
There was. I can't remember how much it was though.
Oh, you mean percentage revenue? What it would be?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either. I think
personally, I was just like,
convenient.
for me, it was just like, oh great, probably a decent course that I can get involved with and share. So I didn't really mind.
Yeah,
what should you say?
Right.
Yeah, a lot of people had no reason to be
When
suspicious.
did you get offered
during the
this
start
like
of it.
affiliate program thing?
Yeah, at the beginning, I was thinking, maybe this will be actually something of quality, but then later on, the marketing really ruined that impression.
For me, it was mid-December.
Yeah. So we used like affiliates from like a while ago. Oh, really? So it was a while ago, was it? For all of these? Because I got offered it like last week.
When he
It was a bit later. I guess everyone started quitting, so he's like looking for other people.
Well, I mean, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Oh yes, he said it. He said they'd be charging $500, and then it would be 166 for an affiliate.
Oh, so like
Oh.
Which is But for me, I was just like, and if it because there's no like decent courses or anything to do with immersion and stuff, and I was like, if Matt's gonna make one, it's gonna be good.
Mm.
So I'm
that's
gonna
what
be
we
okay
thought
with.
too.
Yeah.
But
Sure, that's what a lot of people who bought the course thought as well.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
My impression
One
before
of
I
the,
watched
like,
any of
these
the
videos
videos
don't
about
even
it, I was like, oh, he's actually
The
been
only
working
real,
on something.
This is why he hasn't been uploading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, what the hell has he been doing this whole time?
I mean,
Well, he was working on
like,
this course for
preparing
like
the
a
build
year
page.
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah.
yeah. I think he was actually working on it.
Because like if you see his videos, the first time he had the mailing list, is like in March, I think.
But also,
And that
Yeah.
was in Ken's house.
Whoever downloaded
Was it?
the,
I think it was the. Oh,
I was just going to say, if anyone downloaded the Anki deck, did that automatically sign you up to the email list?
Yeah, you have to exchange your.
Yeah.
your
That is
Yeah.
incredibly illegal. Like,
Oh, really?
There's supposed to be an acknowledgement. Like
thought
I am signing up to an email list by
Right.
putting my
Oh,
email
The
address.
email
in.
Oh,
is
that's true.
just
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
initially
their stuff has
to,
no acknowledgement and everything. I mean, the course.
wasn't it initially to watch the like second half of the videos he made with Xiaoma?
Yeah, he did
Oh,
that too.
There was that.
Oh,
yeah.
Was that the original, like, the
One
guise
where,
onto
yeah, yeah.
which the
interviews
video,
Right. Yeah, you're right.
the email list was
Yeah.
created? Was, oh, you have to subscribe to the email
Yeah.
list if you want to watch these videos. I'm Amy Shyama NYC.
Yeah.
Email lists are
Did you
fine.
guys see there
You
was
just gotta be
there was
really
an
careful with the data.
there was an exclusive interview with Ken that was only for people on the mailing list too. And yeah, I don't know if you saw it.
Absolutely nothing new.
The first email people remember is the what was it? The puzzles, the persistent puzzles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one.
The puzzles.
Oh yeah.
You get puzzles.
I thought that was actually a pretty good video, but the email list.
Yeah, it was a good analogy, I think, but I don't know. I think email lists are fine, but they're literally just a marketing funnel.
Yeah, but it's
for the
still a
most
bit
part.
sus, bro. When you're like, oh, you give
Oh,
me
yeah.
your email and you get signed up to
definitely,
this
yeah.
special list.
Definitely. But
It sounds,
he didn't even
that
say
sounds
that.
so wrong the way you worded it.
Also,
If
do you
you,
guys
I
know
think if you're up front of it and you say what's going to happen to the email address there and then, like that's fine.
Yeah,
But
it
I
wasn't
think
like
the
he was
lack of
saying,
that
"Oh, I'm going to be
is
making
not-
a newsletter. This is
That's
going to be
true.
like, top 10 newest best anime episodes to watch for it." It's that wasn't ever something that was like
It's just if enough
really
people report
described in a lot of
him
detail.
for that, you could get done it for
We
it.
all knew
No.
what we were getting ourselves into. Like,
Oh,
you
definitely.
give Matt your email address, he's gonna give you some stuff.
So just kind
Oh
of
my
Yeah,
god.
He's
that's
going
it.
to
Well,
send
I
you
just don't
those
understand the
PP
point of needing
enlargement
that email in
pages,
the
isn't
first
he?
place.
Exactly.
Didn't
I hope
Refill
so.
This is a
require you
marketing
to get
funnel,
the
that's why.
email also?
Yeah,
to
it's
get
just
the sort of-
marketing.
Also, about the bilingual stories, did you guys see that? Because also, from what I've heard from people that got the that were signed themselves up for the email list, none of them actually got the survey, but that thing was still made anyways. So it's like, who?
What is that?
gave the
Bilingual
results?
stories?
Oh yeah,
Which
it's like
thing?
it's basically
that
a
shit
story
up.
where basically a whole bunch of people who we assume are different people we don't know are basically complaining that, oh, I'm so ashamed that my parents have accents or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a fucked up
I-
thing to share with people, like in order to sell your course.
Also, wait, do any of you guys have that link? I don't have it.
I think I remember seeing the
I've seen
survey.
it. I saw what you're
I
talking
saw
about.
screenshots of it, but I don't remember
I
the
think-
email.
I think I filled it out, and the
it's
thing
on
I found so
mattversusjapan.com
striking was
/bilingual
the questions that you had to fill out. Like, I'm have zero interest in doing Project Uproot. I was just interested to see what the whole thing was about. The questions that they ask in the sign up process are the same as the questions that they asked in that initial
Oh, someone posted a link to it in the
thing.
in general. Yeah.
Yeah, and also the like filling out a survey thing. There are like studies about like the act of filling it, and it primes you to be more open to like the validity and weight of the project, and it's just like a way of pacing and leading the people that are into it and make them have give more credibility to the process. It's just like pure veneer. Just like, I mean, they
So it
might
sounds
use
like-
yeah, they might
sounds
use
like
some
they've
of the
just-
answers. Like they might put them in a spreadsheet and like bring them up if they have like a 10-minute like one-on-one session with each person. Be like, yeah, well, it looks here like you've got mid Japanese or mid intermediate Japanese level, and you like anime. You know, it's like it's just all part of the grift.
Oh, actually, speaking of that, what's really interesting is that when you sign up for Uproot, it gives you, it asks you a couple of questions to see whether you're quote unquote qualified, and one of them is like, what's your Japanese level? And they have native as an option.
I mean, they have to be able to include everyone.
Yeah, it definitely feels like either I don't know if it's Ken and his, because I feel like he's a very good marketer. He knows what he's doing. Well, I say very good. He knows the tactics.
He knows how to market scams.
Yeah, I wonder if they've just taken all the research, and applied that to this instead of just thinking, right, we have a community that likes our content or Matt's content, people that actually look up to him and think, he's a good, he's really good Japanese. We should probably listen to what he has to say, and just make a normal course without having to, Like
I
he could have
wish.
literally just put up a video and said, "Hey guys, I've made this course. If you're interested, check it out." Like he probably, I don't know.
If it were genuinely a good course and he
annoys me
just
that
said, it's $100, here, go check it out, he would get heaps of people who actually
Yeah, way more people would have
signed
been
up.
interested.
If there weren't this whole
so-
screening process, all this BS, he could have got $100 from 1,000 people and not had the live lessons.
It's just really disappointing to see that they had to
You guys
go
are
down
missing
that
a
route.
very important point. The important point is Matt and Ken are allergic to work.
Oh. I don't know.
Are
I
we
feel
all?
like there's got to be something to the course, otherwise
Yeah,
they're
I
just gonna
feel,
get a
I
load
feel
of refunds.
like, I mean, it seems
Yeah, but it's
like
gonna be
they've
like
actually
you
been
order a
working on it.
salad and it's actually just a huge bowl of lettuce with a couple of pieces of tomato and cucumber on the top.
I mean, will it be worth $500? I don't know, but it does seem like they actually put work into it.
Interestingly enough, I'm not sure if you guys know who Darius is, but like he's a dude who has been doing this thing for a while, Japanese, and he told me that apparently Matt contacted him seeing whether he wanted to do this, and he apparently asked some pretty specific pitch questions. So I mean, of course, I don't know whether it's going to be worth the money, but I think he at least put some minimal effort, or at least some effort to be like accurate with their information. I guess, hopefully, I don't know.
Yeah, I assume that they are wanting to continue the grift. They're not gonna. It's not just. I mean, it's kind of a pump and dump in the sense that they're killing the golden goose. They're killing Matt's reputation, and they're not going to be able to like continue to ride on that. But I think they're going to try to ride this group out for a while.
That's what I don't get. Like they could very easily do like a structured course, something like Udemy or something like that, and market it in a normal way. Sell it, have it up all the time forever, and they'd probably make more money off that. And
And
it's
they wouldn't
better
have
for
to do the
community.
whole live bullshit. Like, if Matt really thought that all his followers thought that well of him, then they wouldn't mind if they weren't actually getting to speak to him live.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't have to waste his time having to talk to them because we know he doesn't like doing that.
Hey, you guys
I
have seen
don't understand why they have mentioned absolutely nowhere in the whole run up to this what the timing of the live things are going to be like. What
It's
if I
gonna
have to
be-
wake up at 3 a.m.?
Well, yeah,
What if-
in order to
what
get
if
your
I
like
have a
refunds.
baby, or I have children I have
That's
to take
true.
to
That's
school,
actually kind
or
of
I
a
have
good
to
point.
eat dinner. Like, hello,
There's people all over the world who are going to be doing this. That's a good
exactly.
point.
You want us to sign up to
they
something
might
and pay
do-
all this money, but you're not even going to tell us what time of day it's going to be and what time zone it's happening in.
I think I mean, I'm expecting they'll.
Look at that screenshot real quick. Read that. That's kind of an interesting take.
Where?
Well,
I put it in the Uproot discussion.
Oh,
If you
from
haven't seen that
Stevie.
already.
Oh, yeah,
It's very
I
small.
saw that.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
That makes
oh
a lot
wait,
of
no,
sense.
this
Oh, the bottom one.
$500 are,
is just
are not helping make that.
Thanks,
Do you think any of the people who said they were going to pay in installments are going to get in?
But what happens with the 100 people? Like, because they're going to be on a call, and if they accept 1,000 people, there's going to be 1,000 people on the call.
Well, I think they're going to
they
do
might do
smaller
different
groups.
ones. Yeah,
like
I think they're
groups
gonna
of
do
25 or
smaller.
50.
That way they can get away with it if they have more. And I think maybe for the time thing, if it were me, I would do like a different time zones, like for different time
just have it
groups or
capped-
something.
Capped
That sounds like such a
this is-
nightmare to organize,
this-
especially
like,
considering
this is
both of
for
these
people in
guys have
North
got
America.
ADHD. Like,
I mean, I don't know, but that's the only way I can see it working if there's lots of people in other countries.
but
They
there's been
could do,
no
like-
there's been no mention of this. They're not showing any
Yeah, I know,
real
they're not very
organization.
transparent.
How is anybody supposed to trust that?
I don't think anyone does.
That's like booking a flight and not finding out what date you're flying until one
Or where
week
you're going.
beforehand.
Yeah. Hey, no. You're going to perfection. You're going to perfection
Oh,
in
of
60
course
days.
you are. No.
days.
You're going beyond perfection. Because we've got a native speaker who's been to newscasting
You're going to be
school.
better than a native. Your
that
pronunciation
means
is
she's
going to
gonna
be
be-
better.
It's
She's
actually
got
just
magic
Ken's
power.
girlfriend.
That's a secret. You can't say that. What they're looking for though, I bet you, is like they're just looking for people that aren't going to question anything. Like,
Yeah.
they don't want people that are going to
They're
actually think
looking-
reasonably
they're
about it and be
looking
like,
for
"Oi, I live in
sheep that are
Australia.
not
When the
part of the
fucking when's this
community."
class going to be?" Yeah,
Do you think
exactly.
they're going
Because
to
it's like,
screen people's results based on like, are they using like the lingo of the language learning community, and if they like make some mention to some like in community thing, they're
100%.
gonna chuck them out because they don't want
They'll
them
be like, if
snitching.
they mention Bill, they just ban them from every single fucking Discord.
Yeah. Maybe that's how they'll
So-
filter out the leakers who are gonna post their videos online.
They won't be able to filter it out because it's just going to happen straight away.
Yeah, I know. But maybe they can try. I don't know.
I don't know
But
how
they'll
you can
definitely
put
not
your
do
ass
it.
on the line like this when you've already
I mean,
just
I
had
don't
a
think
huge
it's actually
scandal like a
available
year
yet.
ago.
I don't think it's actually available yet because we were on a call the other day, and when you sign up, you don't actually like see it, like see the course yet. I don't think it's available.
Who bought it? Do we know
Maybe it
anybody
just
that
doesn't
bought
exist.
Yeah, there was someone on here the other
Yeah,
day who
the
bought it,
Fileman.
and he showed us.
There
Yeah,
was someone here in the text chat like half an hour ago.
yeah, he's gonna show us
Yeah,
what
what the
the
sorry.
course is about.
I'm the
so
one
curious, I
that
can't
bought
wait.
it like half an hour ago.
That's you. What happened?
I they were basically sending me emails like the days leading up to Project Uproot, and that's how I heard about it. And then I was like watching all of their videos on like what they were planning on doing, like what was going to be in the course, and then there was like a day like timer that they were like, you have to bookmark this page or else everything's gonna like everyone's gonna sign up before you and you're not gonna get the chance. So I bookmarked the page and I was like 15 minutes in the application page, and then I signed up and you had to watch this video before the application thing came
Yeah.
up, and then the video was basically just like saying that it's not going to be for everyone and it's going to be like really expensive, and they'd never told you the price
They
ever.
did say the price in the video.
They said the price only like when you were about to sign up. They said that it was
Yeah.
going to be, yeah.
Once you
And
put the
then-
time in, then you're more inclined to buy.
Yeah.
It's at the end of the video before you sign up though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I still signed up because I didn't know about like any of their posts, and I didn't know like that Ken was like in any sketchy stuff. So I filled out my application and then they were just like, "Oh, congratulations. Now give me your money." So I put in my credit card details, and straight away it was like $90 something, but it was €88 for me. And they took it straight out of my account and they were like, "We're gonna read your application and then we'll get back to you in 24 hours. This was on the 19th of January and
Yeah.
I have not got one email at all.
Yeah,
That's
that's
actually
exactly what
fucked.
we've been
Wait,
talking
what?
about.
That's
yeah.
fucked as fuck.
There
What
was
the fuck?
a
You
Twitter
pay
thing about
before you
that.
get accepted. That makes
Yeah,
no
yeah.
sense.
Yeah,
I
you
know.
do.
Crazy.
What the?
Yeah,
Yeah,
There-
because
there
they
was a
only
Twitter-
want to
there was a
accept
Twitter
people
post.
who are actually going to pay, which is fucking stupid. But
and that deadline that they scared everybody into like, oh, you're gonna miss out on this, and then
Yeah.
it drops Wednesday night, and not until like fucking Saturday morning do they like actually announce that they're closing everything.
Hey
I
guys,
don't
the
know.
applications are still open.
yeah, I was gonna say, as far as I'm aware, you can still
Oh man,
apply.
I can
You can
sign up
still
right now.
apply.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Come on, you gotta be.
it's so dishonest and
I'm gonna become
deceitful
perfect.
and like predatory. And honestly, Matt really should feel like a piece of shit for doing this to people, like treating people this way and like trying to prey on people's emotions and like being, not forthright with like the way that he's doing this kind of stuff. It's unacceptable. There's a reason why companies
course.
don't treat their customers like this, is because nobody
It's not
nobody
sustainable.
yeah, it's just unethical. It's
They're
wrong.
not gonna keep any customers. They're not gonna have
Um,
business.
I just
I-
want to add, after you buy Project Uproot, they are
Yeah, they
actually
upsell.
they're doing another program that is like the incubator or something, and it's like and
Where they
Sounds like
upsell.
Duolingo.
they basically said that they would like be on call with you like 2 times a month for as long as you're learning Japanese. And I don't think that they're actually going to do that because like 2 times a month for until you get fluent is just like not. That
Is
could
it a
take years.
subscription? Is it a subscription now?
Well, you have to keep paying. Yeah, it's like
if it's
Yeah.
it's a subscription, so maybe they will. Because if you keep paying, then they'll keep doing it.
it's like $200 a month, but they give you.
Yeah, the Fluency Incubator is a subscription on top of Project Updoot.
Yeah, I think that's actually reasonable though, because they've done this in the past.
Isn't
on the
Fluency
Patreon.
Incubator one of the old MIA like
So
Patreon
basically,
goals?
they do exactly. They did hour long calls for like 100 or something for that.
So, isn't there other levels of Uproot after you already like subscribe? So there's like a fucking platinum or some shit on top of that.
Yeah, there is.
And they
And
try
it's
to
the
constantly
exclusive
upsell
one.
you
There's only
already.
25. There's
There's
only
Uproot,
25
then there's
people.
Repot, and then there's Landscape, the rest of your garden.
So when do they have like the platinum members go out and try and find new members? And if you get 5 new members, you get to become the ultra
Oh
platinum.
my god, it's an MLM.
Yeah, when are you gonna do that?
Beginning of a
Wait,
pyramid.
no, you gotta get them to
It's like,
recruit
when
each
do I
other.
start with the Japanese? Just keep getting members instead.
You have to become super duper ultra platinum deluxe to be starting the Japanese first. This is priming your phonetics by discussing with people how much Updoot is going to improve their Japanese.
Or you could go to
That's how you get to stage 2B.
full-time language school in Japan for less than what they're gonna charge you.
You're exposing yourself, priming your brain to all these information.
Dude, typing your credit card number in is preparing you to type Japanese.
Yeah.
So I know people here think that there's going to be like at least a legitimate course, even if it's bare bones, absolutely not worth 2 pennies.
Crumbs.
But the thing is, in the past, even Ken said it in his interview for this whole scheme itself.
Yeah,
that
I thought that was bizarre.
He tried to do a live course and then just dipped out with the money and allegedly became
he gave
homeless
it
and
back.
all these things. Allegedly. So a lot of people saying they didn't get their money.
I remember Ken's program. It was there was the first week available, and I think the way he said it was going to happen is like every week he would like upload the next week's worth of content, and then it just never happened. But I don't remember. It was a while ago, so I don't really remember. But
It just doesn't seem like a good idea, because that's like me putting my hand on a hot stove burner and then going, you know what? I think this is a great idea to do it again. I'll totally be successful in not burning myself.
yeah, oh yeah, definitely. And like especially when you're known for that now, like even I gave them the benefit of the doubt when they said about the affiliate, because I was like, okay, I remember he refunded me. I'm pretty sure he wasn't scamming, and then now it's just like, Jesus, maybe I was wrong. I don't know. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we gotta fix add everyone. How come the grades
Yeah,
can use
I was
that?
gonna say that.
That's gonna be
I
a
was just-
problem.
That's ripe for abuse.
Yeah, I am.
A Twitter
changing that.
hashtag.
Look at how massive this call is.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Is the fact that none of what they're saying is written down more red flaggy than otherwise?
Wait, who's Hotep? I'm so out of the loop with the community. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's on DJT.
Fair enough.
What's DJT?
Daily Japanese thread.
What is DJT?
I also don't know. All I know is 4chan.
If you're offended, if you're
go there and read the
offended
thread,
by
it'll be
racial
entertaining
slurs,
for
then
days.
yeah. I think it's funny, but people will probably be offended if they go there, like thinking it's going to be for your average Japanese learner to just have fun.
Many rude words are said.
Yeah.
And if you don't get entertainment from that, it's not your place.
All right, I don't think I want to be there.
It's like a cult.
It's the only
Sounds
server
like you
where
could just
don't
hang
get
out behind a
banned
bus
for,
stop and
like,
have the
saying
same
the N-word.
experience for nothing.
Or go hang out with somebody ice addicts and Maccas in the car park.
Hmm.
That's the way. It's actually pretty similar, I reckon, to them.
Except Macca's in the car park is actually enjoyable.
I mean, if that's what you're into, like hanging out with some spinners doing ice in the back of the car park,
Oh,
yeah, go
not
for
doing
it.
ice, just having Macca's.
No. So you're like, oh, that's pretty fun. Jump on the meth lad, let's go.
Me eating my chicken nuggies. Mommy, what
That's
are
how
they
you actually
doing?
get good at immersion. You got to be on meth if you really want to be like enhancing your immersion.
Exactly.
That's why it's so expensive, because they're actually going to send it to your house.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Wasn't there something that was
Supercharger
talking about
Japanese.
having done psychedelic drugs and it
Oh,
like
I don't know. The dude's
changed
like
I
his
don't
talking
know.
whole
about fucking, like
worldview or some
meditation and
shit?
shit.
Matt
Wait,
likes
wait.
weed metaphors.
Most people who
But
try
someone who's really into meditation, he's super close-minded.
So
Oh, yeah, that's a
Isabel,
good
say that
point.
again,
Yeah,
because
he's
I
like
do.
the opposite of how he's
Sorry?
always acted. It's so
What was
odd.
it about? Did someone say taking drugs to change the worldview?
Oh,
or
he
something?
said there was something in, I don't know if I was like watching the backlog of his Patreon or if it was the Refold Patreon, but there was something about doing psychedelic drugs.
Okay, so he has
Yeah,
made
he's
public
he's
then.
done
I can
he's done
confirm that is
weed
the case.
metaphors.
He
You
should
know-
do some like train as well, because he's getting mad mogged by Ken in every video.
Oh yeah,
sad.
yeah. He should get hop on those steroids.
Wait, that's what's going to really increase your like immersion. Jump on train, put it straight in the pineal gland of your brain, and that's how you like actually get good.
He's got to squat a couple of plates, I think, to open his mind.
I agree with that.
And
That's
hip
like,
thrusts.
if Matt is in here as an alt, mate, let's go to the gym for a collab. Then we can go to the supermarket afterwards and pick up some, all that stuff.
Yo, I'm down too. I'm down too.
Can we like all go together? I reckon
Gym.
that's the way to go.
I think part of the reason he's held out going to Japan for so long is because he's scared that he's not gonna have a nice time, or that
I mean,
Japanese people are not
can
going
he
to receive
afford
him
to
very
go?
well.
Like,
Like
does he
this
have any
whole
money?
time.
Obviously
Someone
not, because
posted-
we paid the cost.
He's scared of
Someone
getting
posted
Joe's.
something-
I think he just booked his flight this weekend.
Isn't
Actually,
that just like motivation? Like I don't know. I feel like most people don't have like a reason to go to Japan. It's like, yeah.
Isn't his
No.
Japanese
he's better
girlfriend
than-
living in
than a
Japan? Wouldn't he
Japanese.
want to go and see her? Like,
I think it depends. I've gone through phases of just like, bruh, I can't do this anymore. So I can understand if he's gone through that. But
Yeah, but
especially with
that's his
COVID
phase
and
has
that.
been for 10 years. He hasn't
That's
been for
fair
like
enough.
10 years though.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Like that's a bit of a long phase to be like, oh fuck it, I don't really want to go.
COVID.
I mean, it depends.
I just
It-
come
it-
back
does he actually,
from
like,
Germany after having not been
Does he
there for
actually
almost
work,
2
though?
years.
Like if he doesn't actually work, can he afford to like go there that easily?
He's got
With
With
his
his, like-
course. Maybe.
Oh, he's got some
Wait.
money.
That's true.
He'll have money
He'd be
coming
Come
making
on, he's
bank.
buying, he's buying colourful lights to put in the background of his video, and then he's saying, "Oh, I got new
Small
colourful
loan
lights."
of $1
Just
million.
the old
Wait, true.
colourful lights, they
He's
weren't
also
good
got
enough.
that really nice chalkboard behind there to make it look all educational.
Wait, he's got that, and not only that, he's got his plaque in the back as well, just to flex on all of us.
Mm.
He's got
Look
the
at that kanji
YouTube
on
plaque in the back.
I mean,
Oh,
he
yeah.
did say several times recently he wants to go to Japan or that he'd like to study there.
Yeah, that's why it's called Uproot, because he needs the money to go root his girlfriend for once. I think that's what it's actually.
Oh my god.
Uproot because he's uprooting and leaving the country.
Well, it just feels like such a weird thing to call a course. Like, let's call this course Uproot.
Yeah.
Like, if these two sit down together and be like, "Wait, do you know what would be a good name for a course? Let's just call it Uproot." That's a
I
mad
don't know.
name.
I don't know how they missed out on calling it the inflection infection.
Oh yeah, that
Like
would have
they're
been
literally
better.
talking about pitch accent. Hello.
Or like like call it something sick, Say
The
something
secret
because they've got
sauce.
the infection. Well,
Call it
that's
something
even-
sick. Call it COVID-19.
True. Well, like
COVID.
they call it infection. The infection. Call it like I don't know, the exterminator or some shit. Something mad.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. Sign up and join the like exterminator course.
Join
Where
the
you-
club.
I would join it.
I love this.
That.
I love this
Mad.
meme.
Which one?
This one is like Arik posted it. It's like it's a video. Foreigners enjoying Japanese. The infection. Uproot lore.
Oh.
Heck yeah, Uproot lore.
Hey, I mean, whenever we're talking about memes, though, we gotta always shout out Bill. Hashtag find Bill. We're gonna find him. We're gonna interview him.
Oh, I can't wait for
Right.
that interview. That's gonna be mad.
Yo,
The best
yo,
build.
You can actually do it. Please.
Yo, low key though, if anyone actually has any leads, we're low key trying to actually find out how to contact Bill. we found the stock photographer, but we can't contact the stock photographer.
No.
Oh, dude, 6 hours
Oh,
from
really?
now, someone's gonna break the horrifying news that Bill actually died of COVID-19 last year.
Oh, please don't say that.
And the
I'm
community is gonna be in
No.
shambles.
Hey, don't say that. I'm gonna get really
We
upset.
can't just
Please
lose
don't
the
say
secret
that.
sauce like this. It's unacceptable.
Bill is
And
completely
we're gonna
unacceptable.
have a Discord server funeral for him.
No,
Oh, you're gonna make me
Bill
cry.
Bill is alive and well.
Yeah.
For sure.
He's alive in our hearts.
Yeah. No, he's alive in our hearts and in real life.
There's like more than 50 people in this call.
Nice.
That's mad, bro.
What a party.
Yeah.
That's
a
good.
party.
What a great thing to come out of this is like so many people in the community coming together to like shit post and like catch up and chat and
Yeah, you gotta
That's
get
shit on
Matt.
Unexpected twist of 2022 KoreKara squad.
Oh, the DOS is
Discord
here?
server
Everyone's
suddenly becomes
here,
the
like-
replacement for Refold.
What's up?
Yoga,
the
tell us
celebrities
about your
here.
new app. I want to know about the pitch accent.
You gotta
Me
give
and
Matt
Macaulay
one
has
thing.
inflated.
He brought
Did
the entire
you-
community
were you
together
talking to
just
me?
for a
Yeah.
collaborative. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Boy.
That's true.
Then he's just
It's
gonna
like the
fucking
French
leave after.
Revolution.
He's accomplished his goal.
Wait, what?
Even our
I didn't
learned
hear what
Japanese
she
and
said, by the way.
DJT are agreeing with
Oh,
each other. about this
I asked about like a new pitch accent app. How's that going?
We're actually gonna expedite that and get it released a bit sooner than previously planned. In fact, like it was during the MIA days we were planning to make a trainer, right? A pronunciation and pitch action trainer software,
Mhm.
but we're gonna probably expedite that, I'm thinking, because I think you
Alright.
guys need a fair value product that does a good job. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
So
I swear, like
Got a good mailing
9
list?
years ago, there used to be some Canadian polyglot who was like developing an app to do shadowing basically, and it was like specifically you could like speed up and slow down the audio clips and like isolate specific phonemes, and I have no idea what happened to it.
That sounds really cool.
You have any?
But anyways, you
have
guys
any
can see
teasers?
it. It'll probably be a few months, but we'll get it out, and then you can check it out.
Yeah.
Then.
You ever gonna do anything for like
Nice,
translating pitch action and pronunciation? Because no one's doing that, and I've been like waiting for something like that to come out one day.
I mean, yeah, we'd be open to it. Obviously, we wouldn't do it right away, but we have
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot planned for this year. So, actually, just in about, it's probably gonna be an extra week. So probably the end of the first week in February, we're gonna have a big release that's gonna, it's gonna change at least.
Ooh,
It should make it a lot more accessible. Put it that way. I don't know if any of you guys use our tools, but we know that they're not very accessible right now.
Dude, the Migaku editor is just so useful. That should be like a default function for Anki. That's so useful. I use it all the time.
I still need to take
Yeah,
a
we
look at your
agree.
stuff, but
I use the
That's
Miyaku
why-
dictionary literally every day.
Another thing is like we have to. I mean, we've been working on it, but we have to get Migaku SRS out because I think a lot of the defaults are just not
Oh, boy.
good for most learners on Anki. So, and then the configurations just it's
Okay.
kind of like we often get criticized because it's difficult to set up Migaku, and we completely understand because it is. But until we really get rid of Anki in the equation, it's always going to be difficult. Anki is like by default like a power user tool,
it is
or at least most
it's a
people see it that
pain to
way.
set up as a beginner. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's no way around it in a way, right? But we're gonna so anyways, all that stuff's coming this year, so that should be cool along with an app. And
But you're not like releasing some half piece of shit that you haven't actually like worked out all the details on,
it's not gonna come
and are just gonna
$500.
lure people in by telling them, "Oh, it's fantastic, and we're charging you a lot, so it's got to be good."
Will your SRS include Bill?
it's gonna be an Easter egg. Another thing like we've heard
Someone
is
just
that
make a new language learning app, and it's just Bill as the icon.
another thing that we've heard though is that people say like, oh well, you guys are just keeping your product in beta like on purpose. No, it's because we're gonna release like when we release publicly, it's going to be ready to be released publicly. We're not going to release a mess publicly. That's just
All right.
ridiculous, right? And for everybody who is like following what we're doing, they'll tell you like realistically it's not ready for public release. It's not a joke. Like it's just not ready. When it's ready, it'll be
Well,
done.
Software
Yeah,
development
I
takes
can vouch
time.
for that. I use it every day, and it's like, well, it's great, but you can tell it's just like in rapid development and iteration and like design and like features are being added and stuff. It's like, they're not just you're not just keeping it like perpetually in beta. You guys are working hard, and all of us who actually use it and are like following the updates and stuff, we can see that. So.
Well, plus, like, even though it's in beta and behind a Patreon wall, it's still only what, $5 a month, and it's well worth it for the amount of effort and work that's gone behind it.
If you want,
Yeah,
can
I mean,
literally
like
pay, you
another
can pay
thing is
$5
we're
to
sacrifice. Like our team is currently 7 people, and it's about to grow in the very near future. We're sacrificing a lot to put this together. So yeah, I mean, there's just no possible way to do it for absolutely free. Like, if you guys think, or if you figure out a way where that's possible, we'd be happy to consider it. But that's just it's impossible.
It's one person who bought
I don't-
Project Uproot spends their money on buying everyone else a Patreon subscription.
Yeah, they should.
That'd help. That'd boost us up a little bit.
I'm amazed you guys are considering releasing it out of beta for free. Like, I don't know. I think you guys should kind of charge for it.
You could do an
obviously they're going to
email
be paid
list.
features. They're going to be paid features. We're going to do some cool stuff on server side. So that can't really be done without
All right.
servers. So that's going to cost us. So of course we're going to have paid features, of course. But
Sounds really
yeah,
cool.
I mean the base version will be free and
$4.97.
pretty much. Yeah, it'll be $4.99 a month only. Not like $499. Sorry, I'll clarify. But we'll undercut Uproot by $1 or so. But anyways, no, yeah, yeah, like pretty much if you I don't know if you've used like the browser extension as it is now, like that's going to be all free. Pretty much.
Yeah, I
Except,
really
like,
want
the
to use
syncing,
that.
etc. Yeah, so but it's not going to be free till it's ready. So, and then if you guys follow what we're doing in the with this release, there's going to be some announcements, and we're going to get a roadmap up as well. So that might not be immediately at the end of the 2 weeks, but we'll get a roadmap up so you guys can kind of see what more concretely. Along with this release, there's an entire redesign of the website and everything. So there's a lot coming with it, and
So,
it should
Lucas,
be
one of
more
the
transparent what's going on as well.
one of the things that like I hear is, I don't know, feedback about Migaku is that like you guys, start projects and then after a while it's just like, they kind of become old and stale. And so like when you talk about like replacing Anki, something that's been around for like 10 years, like, what are your thoughts on actually doing that in a maintainable way?
I mean, as long as the team can stay together, I don't understand.
You're breaking up a little bit there, Lucas.
And why we maintain that. Oh, sorry, maybe that wasn't the mic was a little bit too far away. But the team and I generally feel that a lot of the changes that are made in Anki that break add-ons, etc., they're not really adding value to the user. So pretty much a lot of those changes don't really need to be made. We're only going to we're very user focused, and we're only going to make changes that actually add value to the users. So I don't see a problem with maintainability really.
And so you're going to do it like obviously outside of Anki. So is the plan just like do everything in the Chrome extension from here?
That's not necessarily the plan, but you'll know when it comes out. Yeah.
I think you have to subscribe to his Patreon to know that.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean that's not even public news yet. But yeah, obviously I can't just disclose stuff like we're a team, so I have to, I'm refrained from what I can and can't say, etc.
Yeah, hey, shout out Kanji Eater though, coming through. This is the podcast happening.
Oh
all
yeah,
over
yo,
again.
what's up, Kanji Eater?
What's up, my
Oh,
dude?
Kanji Eater.
Hey, Kanji.
And Molly, you already
Oh,
know.
Molly, what's up?
Oh, actually,
Yeah,
I forgot
man.
to say. You said something about like the other projects being not, maintained. I should add that like we're unifying things to be more maintainable. I don't know if you've heard about our alpha. Instead of having so many different add-ons, we only have one Anki extent. We have the Anki extension, we have the browser extension, and they work together. And so you don't have to download 3 million Anki add-ons as well. So that
Yeah.
solves that problem as well.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah, that
really
would be a
useful.
dream.
I mean, that's just kind of how the Anki ecosystem works. So I get that because I've got my own add-ons and it can be a pain to like keep them all updated. But I don't know. I guess we'll just see how that pans out, like doing it outside of Anki.
Are you able to like recycle your code that you use for the add-ons in your like the extension?
No, that's Python. I mean, some parts can be rewritten, but yeah, the extension's in JavaScript, so no.
Oh man.
Like, what's going to be different about your SRS versus Anki? Is it just like better user interface, I guess? Or
I mean,
do
it's
you
going to
have
be
else
more
going on?
usable. They're like, I mean, it's going to be a language learning focused SRS, right? So from that perspective, it.
I guess you can just streamline it straight to the
Yeah, you
point.
can
Because
Making it easier to import
Anki
audio.
has a lot of things that don't work well for language learning.
You could probably find a better algorithm too. For example, SM15, which is publicly, I think there's like a open source clone of that algorithm, and Anki's still on SM2, or a modified version of that. So a lot
You
of
guys
of
remember
course,
Duolingo had a
and
flashcard up
to
for a little
use
while?
better
Really?
It
algorithms.
was called Tiny Cards. I think they cancelled it
Oh
after
wait,
like
I remember that.
a
I
year
remember.
or a year and a half. I only just remembered it like a couple of weeks ago. I googled it. I was like, "What happened to Tiny Cards?" Oh, they shut it down ages ago.
I mean, I bet that was a real.
It wasn't very good. I mean,
Used it.
but it was, I think it's because they ended up integrating a lot of the features from it into the regular Duolingo app, especially with the script learning. That was really, I feel like, the main reason Duolingo made it in the first place was because people were complaining that the languages that have different scripts to the Latin alphabet, they weren't like able to teach them in an effective way, and then they made Tiny Cards, and then Tiny Cards flopped, so they just sort of merged the two back together.
I haven't kept up with my Duolingo drama.
Yeah. I couldn't see myself using it, but
Never even touched it one day.
Hey, that's how I got started.
fair enough. I mean,
So I got started.
I mean,
too.
that's something I've always said is, if that's something that you enjoy doing, it doesn't matter what it is. That's how you're gonna be successful at the end of the day. Anki's great and all, but if you don't like Anki and you prefer Duolingo, then go for it.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
this
I mean,
is like really
I dropped Duolingo as soon as I got into
I don't like
immersion.
Duolingo. I just think it's funny to like see how many people are still using it, despite
Yeah.
how freaking ineffective it is to use by itself.
how
And
did
there are
you
so many
get
better
used
things
to
out there.
doing Anki? Like I downloaded Anki on my computer like a couple months ago, and I literally just could not figure out like how to use it. And I know it's like really effective for learning Japanese, but I literally could not get the hang of it.
Another thing that I
Yeah.
should say about Anki, like there are 3 code bases. There's the iOS version, there's Anki Droid, and then there's Anki. So obviously, that's just a mess, and you can't have add-on functionality on mobile. So it's just there's just no possible way we can go with it for what we want to do, right?
Yeah, I was doing it on my computer because that's like I was looking up like how to do like Japanese flashcards, and then people were recommending Anki, and then I downloaded it on my computer, and like I don't know, it's wild confusing.
Yeah, it can be quite confusing getting into it. But I think when I first got into it, I had to follow like a really long tutorial on like setting up all like the proper, because I can't really remember. I remember there was like a certain settings page you had to go to like configure everything so it was most optimal, and then like obviously you usually start off by downloading a deck online, and then
Yeah.
that's not set up properly, and it can be a bit of a mess.
Just
Making
get a
you
degree
type
in
and-
computer science and learn how to read the code. and then from there, it's really pretty simple.
Easy clap.
Just slap the keyboard until it does what you want it to.
Can agree. Exactly.
It's working. I learned pitch accent.
I think Anki's like good for like, I guess like the person themselves if they're actually willing to learn it. But it's, I mean, the beginner, it's just like, you know, it's not like Duolingo. There's not, it's not just buttons. You actually have to code it.
You
But
can't
I mean,
just
like,
jump in and get going.
yeah, like I feel like it's personally like I enjoyed it because like I had to like learn it, but then after it was like, I don't know. I like whenever you first start out, it's like fuck, what is this? You know?
Yeah.
I haven't used Anki personally. I downloaded it and fiddled around with it for a bit, but I was like, fuck, this is confusing. And that was like 2 years ago. But
I've used it way too
think
much.
I think it depends a lot on the language you're learning and how easy the vocabulary is to memorize, depending on what your native language is. Because, like, I'd been learning Chinese at school for like 5 years, and I started learning German by myself, and I had like so much easier time just remembering vocabulary. I didn't feel like I needed to be constantly revising stuff. It just stuck. Like I didn't forget it. So definitely for Japanese, like if you're a native English speaker, there's not a lot of commonality in the sound system or in terms of like actual vocabulary. But for a lot of languages, it just seems redundant to use flashcards at all.
Yo, Roto had the secret sauce.
Oh fuck.
Roto may have just had the secret sauce.
He knew all along.
He knew all along.
this format.
These memes.
Could you guys post like the link to the photographer for Bill? Because I kind of want to investigate.
Oh, shout out. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, sure, I'll do it.
I'm going to see if I can maybe
tried.
find a way to get a hold of him.
Is someone gonna start selling Bill with different hats on as an end?
Somebody link.
Yo, we should make Bill merch.
Bill NFT.
No, Bill NFT.
Wait, I'll do it right now. I'll make a Bill shirt on one of those free shirt websites.
Oh my god, guys, Bill
It'll be
coin.
the first KoreKara merch.
Bill coin.
Someone already got it.
Yeah, please make one. I'll wear it all in all my videos.
Find Bill.
Hashtag
I love the way that there's KoreKara lore. We started a lore.
In a couple of years, there's going to be a movie about this whole scandal with Matt and Ken, and it's going to be titled "Looking for Bill."
All right.
I think that
So this search for Bill.
action.
This is gonna be like go down.
So
as the
this
moment
Ono
in history.
Koski person is the photographer.
Yeah.
All right.
But we couldn't find a way to contact her. But
Bill,
yeah,
my
I think
below.
she's from Nigeria, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From like, well, we found this one website where it looked kind of sketch, but like they used her likeness, but then like they put like someone else's summary in there and like social links that didn't work. So we're like, oh shoot.
For the first time, it's you reaching out to the Nigerian stranger and not the other way around.
Oh, yeah, we want to give you an offer.
I'm looking for a
Dude,
photographer in your country.
$500. Send $500 and you'll be perfect.
I know you've already spent $500, but I got this another amazing new offer just for 10 people this time.
Oh yeah.
This time you'll
But no.
become more than perfect. You'll be the new Japanese.
You will just turn into a Japanese person.
We buy a time machine and we send you to 2050 to learn Japanese from the future, and then you come back and teach us.
What do you think Japanese in the future is gonna be like in 20?
Bill, we're all going to be learning from Bill.
Yeah, you go to Japan, it's just Bill, President, Prime Minister.
He's the
Bill.
Prime Minister.
What do you think the guy's real name is?
Bill.
Bill.
Bill, and his last name is Bill too.
Yeah, Bill Nye.
It's just Bill. Just one word, Bill.
Yeah,
Bill
Nye, the science guy.
Bill.
So,
Bill.
KoreKara boys, at what point did you guys realize that this was probably bogus?
The
I think
instant they
during
said
that
a
call.
word about it.
Yeah, we were like kind of in the dark for most of it, and we were pretty busy like leading up to it. So it took us a while to really even release the video because we mentioned like 5 to 6 months ago, right? And then
Yeah, didn't you say you couldn't upload for like 3 weeks because of it?
Yeah, I mean, like when we got the okay, right? We went and uploaded it, and then like I mean, we went and like were told about like the filter to troll out or get out troll comments, right? But we were just looking at the comments going, and it was like these aren't troll comments, like so we were like really confused. So we started
Yeah.
digging deeper, and then Cloudy really came through, and like really just gave us like a good idea on what was going on. We just like
Yeah,
dove
we had
deep
that call.
Yeah, we dove deep into Discord, talking to everyone, went into our comments, went and just like researched the situation. We're like, yeah, this is not it at all. And then then we removed the video and decided to make this one. Pretty
What
much.
kind of words were on the block list? Are you allowed to say?
Scam.
It's just yeah. I don't think I need to say it.
Scam, Bill,
Bill. Poor Bill.
Poor Bill. No. I'll spoiler alert. Bill was not. We can't. No matter what, we can't block Bill. Bill will not be blocked out of anything. Bill is larger than a filter.
Honestly, props to both of you for making the video because I feel like a lot of people up until now have been probably quite anxious about criticizing anything. I know this isn't like me saying that Matt's wow. But beforehand, if I disagreed, if I thought, you know what, I disagree with what Matt's saying, I felt like I could never really say that publicly because people would just, or he would say something, or his community would say something.
You would get cancelled.
But this time his community just turned against him.
So I props to you guys for both.
Britt, your name is also Matt. Doesn't that at least give you some points there?
Well, if anything, this is
bad. He changed it.
I gotta change my actual name.
If Matt vs. Japan, the original channel finally gets deleted, you can have his channel name.
No,
like you always wanted.
That'd be a good thing to be associated with.
No, but it would be funny.
That it would.
Hey
guys, I'm the new Matt now. Buy my course.
Definitely props to you guys for like being the first people to like put something out there and like really give people like a place to come together and like discuss it and everything.
In a
so
public
I think
place as well, like not just in the corner of some Discord server. Like
it took
it's on YouTube.
Yeah, it took some courage to like actually just throw that out there, like unapologetically yourselves, and like speak your honest thoughts. And also, I was really happy to see the community response to it has been like overwhelmingly supportive. So that was really cool to see from everybody else.
There's like no one that's in favor of this.
I mean, I want to go thank all of you guys real quick because I mean, like the community support, like it's been amazing to see. Because I mean, when we made the video, right, we were not sure how it would be.
You were shitting yourselves.
We did. We were like
we thought about it.
Are we about to get like canceled right here? Like,
our last video.
That's
the thing. You guys finally. You guys finally made one that stuck. I was posting comments and reading on Anacron's videos. They were getting taken down left and right.
Yeah, I think it's really hard to take theirs down because it's like very balanced and it doesn't include anything that could get them copyright struck.
No clips.
And also they have connections to Matt, so it's not like they're making it out of hate or something. So it makes it really hard to take down.
That doesn't matter at all to the DMCA system, though.
Yeah. But for Matt, it makes it hard to take down.
Definitely get a lot more support being as cordial as you are and well spoken in the video. So
yeah, you're the like perfect people to do it. It's like the most
and actually showing your face. I mean, like we don't know who Anacreon is, right?
Well, he has a good voice, though. He has a nice voice. Yeah.
Actually,
is that really his voice?
It's really annoying.
I will be honest. The first time I saw that video, it kind of put me off, and I was like, this guy's,
Yeah,
I didn't believe it, and now
practice,
I'm like, holy shit.
Wait, is he not a robot?
Especially the
voice?
golf clap. Oh my god. Like,
Wait, that was that dude's actual voice. I thought he hired someone off of Fiverr.
Yeah, I assumed that was a Fiverr hire too. Yeah.
I thought that was
yeah.
I'm curious. So, like, when I came out with my
I like
video,
those T-spill videos.
Oh.
Sorry.
oh, go ahead. No, like when I came out with my video, telling about what happened with Matt, I got quite a bit of hate and people not believing me. Has anyone like kind of like seen that perhaps I was not lying in that at all?
God, that's amazing.
I was already
Has there been
starting
any
to
change?
suspect that there was something wrong with him, but
I was watching your video.
still
like, I
blindly
looked up-
followed him.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I was
don't
looking
blindly follow
um,
anyone.
I looked up Matt versus Japan scam, and I came across your video, and I seen how like rude he was, and like how like I don't know, like controlling that he was. I don't know how to like describe it, but I was like, oh shit. I was like, I don't know if I can like still do the program. Like even if I do get accepted, like it's just there's a lot of things like being revealed about him that I don't know, just don't stick right with me.
I think another thing, Lucas, was you put out that video and it was a shock to a lot of people and probably really hard to accept. But you dampened the blow, so whenever this came out, it was like now our eyes were really open. So you did a big service for the community, but I think a lot of us weren't ready to accept it at all.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are reevaluating that, like reevaluating that video and changing their mind on it after this whole thing.
What actually happened between you guys? I didn't follow any of that back in the day.
You can
I
watch
was
the
on
videos.
hiatus.
I'm not
Okay,
going
fair
to be
enough.
talking about it anymore. I mean,
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's there. So if you want to, you can watch it.
All right.
I think somebody put up an archive. So
Yeah, it's on the archive.
So, what was I going to say? Oh no, I forgot because.
Has anybody changed their mind about the video that you originally posted when
I
you
was going
started
to say
dissolving?
one.
I might.
Yeah, but let me just say one thing. Like, hopefully, like through, I mean, not only my actions now because Migaku is definitely a team venture, but hopefully through our actions, you can see like what we're doing. We're trying to add value to the community, and
yes,
if you look back, watch those videos, you can see that that's what I'm talking about. Then that's what we're doing. We're actually doing what we said we're going to do, and it's pretty. I don't know, like. If consistency matters at all in like helping to influence somebody's opinion, well, I would think you would see that the consistency is there at least.
You know that meme of the farmer going, "It's not much, but it's honest work."
Well, plus you're also quite active in your own community, which speaks volumes over, Matt, who is completely not involved.
Yeah, you have much more like you feel like a human, whereas Matt kind of stays out of the community, and it's hard to like see him as a regular person just having fun.
But that's his whole premise. That's his whole idea. Oh, if I don't interact with my followers, they will put me on a pedestal that I'm so good that if I do like one thing that they post on Twitter, they think that that's like a blessing.
Yeah, he's putting some like celebrity aspect where like he's like kind of mysterious, so like you don't know what's happening.
Yeah, exactly. He does that intentionally to help.
He's the god.
Distance
Be
himself.
elusive to charge the higher prices
Exactly.
for the consultations.
Yeah, for us, it's not about making I mean, although we do want Stevie to get out there a little bit more because he's a beast. So we do want him to get out there a little bit more and be sort of a personality. But it's not. Migaku is ultimately always going to be about like adding value, and if people see value in what we do, that's what we're trying to do. We're not trying to. It's not about like, oh, this is the ultimate this or whatever. No, I mean, hopefully the tools become the most comprehensive tool set for the type of learning that the community does. But
by the way, guys, check memes for the Bill shirt.
Oh, there's a
All right,
Bill
who's
shirt
buying the
coming
Bill
out.
shirt?
Bill shirt. Let's see the bill.
Let's see it.
Oh dang!
There we go.
Nah, there's an image you should put
Will be
in the back.
Oh wait, I'm on the wrong meme, aren't I?
So who's buying the Bill shirt?
I want to see Bill with the refold crane superimposed in his pocket.
Yeah, I think you can edit these. You can add stuff to it if you want to like add refold or something.
We go and make
You will be fluent.
to drive the community to stand up against this. Everyone just like walks out in like a city, all wearing the Bill shirt.
Yeah.
Hashtag I stand with Bill.
Hashtag
Yo,
find Bill.
that's what should be on the shirt.
Yeah, yeah.
Bill and hashtag find Bill.
No. It would be funnier. It would be funnier if it was just Bill on the front and then the blurb that Bill has on the back. Like, you know,
The entire about page.
Someone should edit that.
You know that picture of
I've spent the last 20 years as a highly paid consultant.
Hedge funds.
We should do
Bill's
a Where's
hedge fund
Waldo with Bill.
With
you know that
Bill?
picture? You know that picture?
Yes.
You know that picture of like the million mats in a classroom all drinking water? Just like stick Bill in the back somewhere.
Hey, I mean, if anyone is gonna go and make that, post it in hashtag memes. We'll
Please.
we'll make it. We'll make
You
it
should
happen.
you should put like the
Kind of
best
group-
one in announcements.
True. We can do a group voice
Competition.
call and try to find Bill. Hashtag find Bill. That's what we'll call it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well,
Finding
guys, I'm getting off here now, so I just finished my work for today. So you guys have fun.
All right.
Have a good one.
Out.
Yep.
See you.
Later.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye.
See ya.
Well, finally, we can trash talk Migaku.
Oh, so
It's time.
All right, Kanji, just drop everything right here. We've been waiting for it. I know you potentially may have contacted us ahead of time just for this moment, but I just had to throw that out there.
Let it out.
shit.
Big reveal. Yeah.
It's the big reveal. Yeah.
Part
Surprise everyone.
Part three of the KoreKara Deep Weeb podcast is coming, and it will be the MIA reunion tour.
Oh yeah.
We will be getting
With Bill as the tour manager.
Wait, what? Really?
Really?
Pay for that.
Despite everything you just heard Yoga saying about how much he still hates Matt, we're getting them all back together. We're going to restart MIA.
Is
We're
it a
going to do it
surprise?
right this time,
Is it a
guys.
surprise for them?
This is a surprise for them. It's going to be like a Parent Trap situation where
Oh my gosh.
it's just going to be like a cafe. They don't know what's going on. They got this mysterious invite from Raza. Ooh, what's it going to be? Oh, Kanji is here. What's going on?
I mean, I don't-
Frequency trap.
I'm sure Matt's listening, so it's probably not going to be a surprise.
Hey,
Listening
Intro
to this
better
call.
open up like the Brady Bunch.
if
Wait, you
Matt-
found cats?
You can have Brit vs Japan come through as a stand-in. He's Matt vs Japan.
Hey. Stop.
Matt 2, man, let's go.
Matt vs Japan #2.
No, number one.
Number one. Come on, Ollie. Drop some respect on Brits.
But then again, like, Brit took his influence for his name from Matt, so like, you know.
No, I just happened to have the same. I wanted to make Matt vs Japan originally. I didn't know Matt existed. I typed into YouTube. I couldn't use the word. I couldn't use the name, so I went with Brett. Yeah. And then afterwards, I was like, "Oh, Matt vs Japan exists, and he also does AJAT. What a coincidence! That's so weird."
Oh, so you started AJAT before you knew Matt?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the other way around.
No.
So you knew Matt and then you started AJAT, but it was the other way around. Okay.
Yeah. I found about AJAT through, man, I think the Language Dojo, if anyone remembers that. It's a really old blog.
I don't remember.
They've taken it down since, but it was a really good blog, and it's a shame they did take it down because there's some really good I guess insights from these two chaps who'd done AJAT. But
when's Cat's gonna join VC?
Bruh, can you imagine?
Surprise join.
That would be the ultimate like Avengers assembling for sure.
Need him back.
Who's got that high quality picture of Bill?
I have it.
I got it.
Can you pop it in the?
At this point, I find it'd probably be easy just to get the people who made Anti-Moon in the first place.
Yeah.
At this or just get crashing on here.
Thanks.
No, that would be based.
That would be so big.
Did you guys see his interview with Matt? That was actually really interesting because
Yeah.
he just kept saying, "Yeah, I don't actually know for sure what's actually going to work and what's not." Like he just kept saying, like Matt's like, "Well, what if you did this? What if you really honed in your focus? Would that make you better at comprehending it?"
Yeah, that's how
That's the thing. He's a
science is.
researcher.
I'm not trying to
You
sell
need to do
something. I don't know.
research.
Who?
Stephen Krashen.
He's behind the
Oh,
input
right.
hypothesis.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, no one really actually knows, but his is the most plausible, like, answer, I guess. But then there's still probably lots of pieces of the equation missing. Who knows?
You can just feel his frustration as to like Krashen isn't giving him an answer in the video though. It's like, but Daddy,
God,
you were supposed to have all the answers.
Give me the answer.
Krashen knows what he knows and knows what he doesn't know. He's like very confident.
Yeah.
Krashen stopped worrying about like learning about language immersion and acquisition and decided that he was just going to do it. Right? So like Matt hyper-focuses too much on how the whole thing works and doesn't like spend enough time just saying, this is what works. I don't know why it works, but it works.
He hasn't moved.
Yeah.
Hasn't moved. You know, I wonder if Krashen knows Bill. Maybe he's the missing piece in all this.
You imagine he works at the same university.
It's actually Bill is actually Krashen with a mask on.
Oh, like Scooby Doo, he just takes it
Yeah,
off.
and he just. Oh my god! I'm gonna edit that right now. Hang on.
You should just edit them like sitting next to each other on a bench or something. Just like.
Yeah. Shout out Bill. Yeah, I really we have to find him. Like there's just so much we need to ask Bill. I know it's possible. I know with everyone together we can find him.
Yeah, start a movement.
Start a
He's gonna be
movement.
so confused if you do.
We get it trending on Twitter. Hashtag find Bill.
Hashtag find Bill. You know, do you guys know about like the human flesh search? Does anyone know what that is? Basically, in China, people, if they want to find someone, they basically like post his photo online, and then it can go viral, and then people will like all see this photo until someone who knows the person receives
like
the
sitting
photo,
on a train
and then
opposite
everyone
him and
learns.
goes, "Hey."
People do that
Yeah,
on
and
Facebook.
then everyone learns who he is.
There used to be this like internet legendary story called like Find Satoshi. And it was just a picture of this Japanese, and it says like "Find me."
Eric.
You're breaking up.
Oh shit!
When people
I
will
said
do
there-
that on Facebook, it's never as huge though.
It sounded like you were getting like censored there for a second, like someone was like DMCAing you.
Is there like an automatic filter on here?
Oh no!
Oh no, man.
No. Yeah, what were you saying?
There used to be like this internet history called like Find Satoshi, where basically there was like a photo of a Japanese guy, and then it just says like "Find me," and then everyone on the internet was like trying to find this guy, and it took I think 10 years actually locate this guy.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Imagine being that guy. You got like the entire internet just searching for you, like for no reason.
Yeah, there was like a whole community like for 10 years trying to find him.
That's
He lives
wild.
rent free in their minds.
He actually does, doesn't he?
I feel like they found him and he like forgot he even like posted that. It's like, oh yeah.
That last meme by Infected, is that what I think it is?
Yep. That's exactly what you think it is.
Oh no!
Oh my
Is that the thing? Cloud
Yes. So, what's your guys' expectation on how Matt's gonna backpedal out of this one? Because
I don't think
obviously,
You think he's gonna go all in?
Well, you could just double down and continue making courses and censor like comments on the channel.
Oh, he
I
can't.
reckon that's what he'll do.
Just saying, like, because I guarantee every video after this is going to be filled with negative comments.
Just if he goes balls
but
to
it'll
the
be
wall,
censored.
if he goes balls to the
Yeah.
wall in this course, and the course actually succeeds, then he could just like be like, what now?
You don't have any
Katsumoto it?
balls.
I mean, if he tries to do it,
He's just gonna do a half-assed apology video. Like, let's be real.
I don't know if he'll apologize. I reckon he's just
Finally becoming his
and just
hero.
push through. Because there's going to be
Yeah, I
so
reckon
many
he won't
people
do
who
anything.
don't interact with the community. Like so many people who don't interact with this community who aren't going to like get the heads up that this guy's like, trying to scam
Piece of
you.
shit.
So he's got like what 140k people following him. How many people really like join in the community? It'd be such a small fraction.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Who needs
So he's still gonna
They have a
he's still gonna get people. So he can push through, and he'll still like be successful in what he's trying to do. If he just ignores everyone who's like saying like disagreeing with what he's doing, it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
He just hasn't he already left all the discords? Like he probably, if he doesn't want to, he doesn't
I'm
even
pretty
have to
sure.
see any of them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he left a bunch of discords.
Because like he left mine at the same time as like a bunch of like other people's, and I feel like he's probably just like trying to ignore all of it and just push through with it anyway.
Yeah, he's
Just
committed
like
to
to
the
wake
bit.
up one morning, like 10 years from now, to my kids screaming, and I check my phone and I got a notification from someone I haven't spoken to in years, and it says, "By the way, do you know Matt vs. Japan is working on an alpaca farm in the middle of nowhere?"
Mate, he'll own like 50 farms with all this money he's gonna get.
No, he's going to be
That's what he's
shoveling the
doing.
shit.
He's gonna go like make some farms in Japan. That's what the money's for.
Farms versus Japan.
That's what's gonna
I hope that's his new channel. He's just a farmer. Matt versus the farmer.
Matt the farmer.
Matt the farmer. I like that one. Imagine
Real
that.
uproot.
You know what's
The real
really funny?
uproot.
Because his last name, right? If you just put a cross through the O, it means farmer in Norwegian.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
It
so
was
it's
meant to
farmer.
be. It was meant to be.
Clearly, this is what he's destined for. Him and Bill are gonna go start a farm. Bill will teach him how to farm. Teach him some like respect.
Farm the rice fields.
You know how they, you know how they send kids to like those farms? Like they get like all the like
Dr.
the criminal
Phil.
kids to go on a farm. Yeah. That's what it's gonna be with Bill. He's gonna send him to a farm with you, Matt the farmer.
The ranch. Wait, the
I
ranch.
don't want to send him to the ranch.
Roundabout ranch.
They'll farm
And
together.
that'd be the rice fields.
Yeah.
Welcome to the rice fields.
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Mate. Wait, that's what it's gonna be like. That's why he's going to Japan.
Do you guys legit think that Matt is just going to take all the money and then just not providing the courses? And then
I
just
think he will.
He'll provide it. I think he'll provide it.
Like the bare minimum, probably.
He'll string him along.
I
String him along for more money. Maybe if you spend like $100 more, then we'll complete the course. That's how it'll be.
Because doing
Here's some
one-to-one
breadcrumbs.
support for people,
Give me another
like, it's crazy.
$500 and I'll give you the full meal.
Then you can really get
actually
perfect.
scam.
Have any other big creators spoken out yet?
I don't think so.
I think it's just these guys.
Probably.
I wanted to try to not get involved really.
There was
but
another
I probably
small channel that
said
got
too much already.
down that was trying to tell people that it was a
blame you,
scam.
man.
oh no.
The infection.
Yeah, it's scary. When you got a small channel as well.
Yeah, scam
it's-
alert one.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Like, I feel like if I've made a
true.
video on it, my channel would just go like disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah. we're just all gonna collective. We
By
gotta form
themselves,
an
huh?
Avengers channel if we just all disappear tomorrow or something.
Wonder why they do that.
That's what's gonna happen.
It can work the opposite way there, because lots of people might be searching this on YouTube, right? So you might get lots of views and subscribers. So, but it's a risk.
I suppose, yeah, it can go either way. It's a bit of a risk, though, yeah, like you said.
Yeah.
Risk versus reward.
I just searched for only
Hey.
Matt versus Japan in YouTube on like an incognito window, and your guys' video is the third video that pops up.
Yeah, it's exploding. It has so much traction. It's being
Especially
been
considering
posted-
Matt hasn't posted on his own channel in ages. Like,
Yeah.
because it's a recent
There
video.
was, there was another YouTuber that did speak up about it. It's David C. And he has 3K
Yeah.
subscribers. And barely anyone commented, but it was like, yeah, just agreeing that it was a scam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that video, and he was trying to be like, neutral towards the topic and try to talk about like what was available to be known at the time. And his video was made pretty early on, before all of the videos came out, I think.
Before
Yeah.
Bill.
Yeah,
Before
before we
Bill.
found Bill.
Before
BB,
Bill.
a new era of history. BB.
This is AB. This is after Bill.
Oh my god.
This is the new timeline. This is the new timeline.
Someone needs to make a full AJAT timeline.
Someone needs to make a map versus Japan
documentary.
iceberg meme.
Actually,
you know?
I've been
like,
thinking.
like
I've been
all of,
thinking.
you know the iceberg
Wait,
meme
wait.
format with the
I've
different
actually
levels
been
of
thinking of
obscurity.
making a video about it. Like after this whole thing goes down, make a video like the fall of Matt versus Japan or something like that.
Something like the Chris Chan.
Yeah.
The
like
dude that made
would
like
be
50
epic.
fucking videos about Chris Chan. Holy shit.
Someone needs to make a Matt versus Bill versus Japan site.
Bill versus Japan.
Oh, yo, Bill versus Japan.
Bill versus
Bill
Oh yeah,
versus
did you guys
Japan
see the
official
Twitter?
merch.
Let me find that. Somebody made a Twitter about it.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah, there's a Bill Twitter account.
Hey, I like how the DJT thread or video is like fourth. Not
This
looking
is
so
pretty
good.
bad. It's strange how even refos do not want to be associated with Project Uproot. It's
Yeah.
mad.
Yeah, well, I can tell you, to speak publicly about my opinion. I'm pretty heavily involved with the community. Obviously, like I don't know Matt. I don't talk to him. I never really have. I sent him a couple of messages a couple of times, but I'm in the refold community for like the people who are there, who like I'm like sharing content with, and like we're doing watch parties and having like book clubs and drama clubs and all that kind of shit, like
Doing what Matt should be doing.
the community. And I don't want my name I don't want my efforts associated with Matt after this.
Yeah.
So I'm at the point where like I'll step down from my admin positions if Matt is going to continue to be a part of it. I'm just not interested.
The mess.
Good stuff.
It's a real shame, really, because it sounds like you're doing a lot of good for the community.
Yeah, a lot.
It sounds like a lot of people doing refold are.
Yeah, it's not just me. There's like so many people who are involved, like the people who are volunteering to translate the site so that people like there's a big push to try to get like a lot of the Hispanic speaking community, like the Spanish speaking community, which is like a huge amount of people who want to learn English, like bringing them the ability to like learn English through immersion, like through a little bit of structure.
Yeah.
There's like over 100 people working behind the scenes in Refold who are like working on different projects. The beginner decks that like people are like really trying hard to put a lot of value in the beginner decks. Like I was involved with making the Korean one, and we went through so many lengths to like get the right source material and like organize the things based on like kind of a consensus of a lot of our experience, and then also by frequency, and then grabbing example sentences based on a corpus of actual drama lines that came up the most frequently, and like organize the entire thing in a 1T fashion. We were like, this is like real value that we feel like we can bring to people, and it's available for like $5 on the Patreon. That was the kind of value that I was like, yeah, I was working with Ethan, and Ethan is the one who's been like organizing all of this by himself without Matt at all. Matt's been working with Ken, and so like if Matt still wants to keep doing this and still keeps wanting to like be a part of it, it's like it was good while it lasted, and I feel like there was a lot of value there, but I've got other things to do, so I won't be interested. But I don't know what's gonna happen in the next couple of weeks. I don't know exactly where everything is gonna fall, where all the pieces will fall. So we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah,
I just
especially
realized
either way, really.
My bad. I just realized who Cloudy was, and he is the 10 out of 10 nice guy that always posts on my videos that I'm the Korean guy, but I still appreciate this podcast.
Oh, yeah,
legit, man.
Yeah, that's probably me.
Yep.
But it's mad how much effort you guys put into refill and everything. Do you guys get credited appropriately for all of the work you guys do?
Ethan goes out of his way to like make sure that everybody is like happy with what they're doing. That's my personal relationship with Ethan. I know that the other mods that are modding servers, the other admins and stuff, they feel the same way, as far as I know. The people who have partnerships, like there was a project called Boundless that was like a bunch of comprehensible like web dramas or like audio dramas and comics and stuff that they were working on for English learners. And I know the guy who runs that, and he said it was like a great partnership. And people who worked on the decks got paid fairly for the work that they put on. None of the community efforts are monetized. Like Ethan like made it. He told all of us that we're working on stuff. He's like, I'm not going to monetize any of these community projects. Like you guys are like making your own decks and stuff. Refold was never going to monetize any of that. So yeah, I feel like he did a good job of making all of us like know that what the contributions each person was giving were like valued.
Yeah.
And and I enjoyed it, and I like working with the people in the, I say working with them. I don't necessarily do a ton every day, but like I'm there every day, just like immersing and chatting with people and helping new people like get started. And yeah, I think almost everybody involved doesn't have, I don't know anybody who ever had any beef with like the way things were run. And like the only people who have issues, I think, in the server are people who want to come in and kind of hassle the people learning there. I think there's some of that. And then also some like knee jerk, like they don't necessarily want to be a hub for drama. So like, understandably a lot of people want to like, have constantly wanted to like come in and talk shit about Matt and stuff. And it's like, look, we're here to learn, and like this, none of any of these people have anything to do with it. So it was like seen as a distraction. So those kinds of people in the community, I think, had got like, shown the door, the ban hammer. But all of the people like running things and like volunteering their time and stuff, just I haven't heard any bad things about it. So that's my perspective. I can't know everybody's thoughts. I don't talk to everybody involved. There's kind of too many people, but yeah, that's my thoughts.
Okay, no, that's fair
Are
enough.
you guys kind of scared of Matt in a way?
I'm not. From day one, I actually.
I'm scared if I make a video, it might get taken down.
Before
same here.
Before all of this happened, I personally sent a message to Matt, like as soon as the bad like marketing shit started to come out, and I got wind of what he was trying to do. I personally sent him a message, and I was like, it's not too late to stop this, and here are all the fucking reasons why this is unethical and it's not cool. And if you go across the line and actually go through with the course, then you've gone too far, and there's no turning back. And and if you stop right now and like realize what you're doing, the ability to like negotiate an apology with the community and try to salvage what little left you have of your reputation might still be on the table. But I was like, it's going to be gone. So I sent him that, knowing full well that like, I was essentially confronting him about this. And then I knew from that moment that he had the opportunity, in case there was some odd reason why he hadn't had the opportunity to hear an argument for why what he was doing was wrong, like if he was too closed off from everything or whatever. I made sure that he had the opportunity to know. And once I knew that he knew, then I didn't have any problems with like going public about it, saying my piece, spreading information about it, trying to like encourage people who are like getting pressured by people like Matt, because I could see the writing on the wall. I knew that the community was going to like not be cool about this. So
did you get a response from him, Cloudy?
No, just fucking ghosted, man.
Yeah.
Too busy listening to Discord calls on his alt.
Yeah. Yeah, no shit. So yeah, I knew very well that I'm not necessarily a super well-known person in the community, but that I also don't have anything to lose. So, and I'm not afraid of somebody just because they have 140 fucking
Yeah.
subscribers.
But
that,
also, your whole livelihood is not resting on your online reputation.
yeah, exactly. And the reputation that I do have, I feel completely
good one.
confident in, because I'm not an amazing person, but I try to treat people with respect. So I knew that I knew that if Matt was going to try anything, to stop me or try to influence people against me or whatever, that it wasn't going to work. And I also am older than he is, and I've been around the block, and I was not born yesterday. And so I didn't have any issue with any of this. If he thought that there was going to be anything, yeah. I don't know. I knew that it was important to speak out about it and to make sure that people heard the truth. And yeah, even
that's just it. I sent him a message today too, because I've been disconnected, and so I was catching up with it this morning, and then I was like, oh man, this is just really shady. And so it's it's one thing, people do need to be able to speak out about this publicly, right? To keep people from getting scammed. But on the other hand, I would have said this if Yoga was here or not, but it's that's what rubbed me so wrong about that whole thing with Migaku is they were in a business deal, and Yoga didn't like how much work Matt was putting out, so he made a public video about it. It's if it's a private business affair, that's one thing, but if you're drawing people in to scam them,
it's schoolyard.
It's very different.
Yeah, exactly.
Level dealing with a problem,
This was this felt personal to me, honestly, because this is something that it's touching the community that I feel like I have just wanted to see succeed because of how much value I've found in my life. And joy and meaning in being involved with the community. It's been a personal thing for me. Also, knowing people in my life that I care about who have fallen victim to this type of insecurity digging marketing, this predatory shit. It's really had an impact on people in my life. And so to see somebody who is turning their reputation into the community that I appreciate, I couldn't stay quiet about it. I was like, this is just too fucked.
Yeah, I think that's something that I feel is really disappointing, is the fact that he's done such a good job building up a really good community, and it's just gone and turned his back on it.
How much of that was actually his work?
Wow,
I don't think it's.
I mean, that's I think you have to give him a bit of credit because of the YouTube videos.
Oh, sure, he can have a bit of credit.
Well, he brings so many people into it, though. You can't say he did. Even if you didn't directly,
he influenced a lot.
Interact with a lot of people. He still bring that many people into it. But I would have never done any of this. I didn't know how agile any of that was until I saw his videos. So
when I was,
I feel like a lot of people will do the same.
There was literally no one talking about agile except Matt and a few blogs. So the fact that he managed to spread it, when I saw that he was doing so well, I was like, hell yeah, good on him.
If you remember right, AJAT was the scam back in the day.
yeah, I remember reading it.
It's
just kind of sus.
Or whatever.
I think someone else has done it to give a good reputation.
Yeah.
Who knows? That maybe that's Uproot. Maybe that's Uproot in the future, guys. We're gonna look back on this
Bring back
NCTs.
We were infected. We just didn't know it.
We're infected with a disease, and he's trying to uproot a select people from it for $800.
Yeah, maybe this is what
I want him to uproot
transcending this community.
It's so nuts that it's just I mean, he literally used to shit on this stuff. Openly.
Literally.
And it's
he basically went back on all of his principles just to sell this course.
It's I'll be real with you guys. The idea of an overpriced course, I'm whatever. But it's when you deliver false promises, when you're promising stuff you can't even deliver, it's okay, stop it.
Plus, he betrayed his whole character.
Yeah.
Did Ken rope him into this shit, or did he like?
I don't know.
I'm waiting to hear about how he is being held, like Matt vs. Japan is being held at Ken's rental house where they filmed all of this stuff like a year ago.
gunpoint?
Yes.
And it's all gonna come out. But that all falls apart when you see stuff like that he messaged that like Saito channel or whatever and was like,
Yeah.
hey, I really suck at
maybe
Japanese.
he's just scared and trying to protect himself.
I don't know.
It'll be really
Yeah.
mad if Ken.
how he messed.
Or like he's.
It'll be crazy if Ken
It's like
actually
he's
scams
sorry.
Matt.
Like to
through this
me,
ordeal.
it's like a mix of
Ken
like
like steals
Honestly,
all of the money.
Ken has already scammed
pretty
Matt.
much.
Ken has scammed Matt out of any last drop of reputation he had left.
What
Did
people
anybody make sure that Matt wasn't blinking SOS in any of those videos?
Any Morse code like tapping?
Yeah, any Morse code SOS blinks.
the thing the thing that
Japanese
people
Morse
need
code.
to the people think that people need to realize when they go into business with somebody who they know is shady, it's like you're playing with fucking fire and you're gonna get burned. Like there's no loyalty amongst thieves, right? There's no reason that Ken or Matt aren't going to fuck each other over.
Literally,
Well, I wish you hadn't added over
the
to
only
the end of
reason
that
they
sentence.
wouldn't.
It would have been
The
a
only
lot
reason they
funnier.
wouldn't is to avoid another massive controversy. Because if one of them scams, then it's going to be another huge controversy.
I don't know, they both have a past, and some people never change. It might be interesting. Might as well get your popcorn out.
I know, like the whole time Matt and Yoga, I don't know about other people, but like for me, I was just kind of like that's between them, you know.
Yeah.
But this is a
Yeah,
whole
no, same
different
here.
conversation, you know. So it's like him.
That wasn't involving other people's money, strangers' money.
Exactly.
Awful.
Okay, on something that's so trivial too. That's the funny part. The pitch accent, really? Like, cause I watched,
of all things you could pick.
I watched part of.
I mean, it's like it's something that he could exploit. It's something he could exploit, and he did exploit that.
It's something that picks at your insecurities when you speak in the Nihongos.
He was
Matt knows that better than anybody.
Yeah, this is Cameron in the chat. They should adapt this into a J drama.
We're the Japanese, so we can teach.
But the real question is, you shouldn't pay for pitch accent resources unless it's Dogen. But is pitch accent still important for you guys?
Exactly.
I mean,
Yes,
like,
I mean,
here's the thing. For
Dogen-
one,
It's honestly, it's not.
I mean, it's like first off, like when it comes to pitch accent, one, you shouldn't even be touching that until you can at least like listen and read Japanese decently well, because you won't be able to understand any of the concepts in Japanese, like about pitch accent, like proper explanation and stuff like that. Anyways, and it's just useless if you don't already have a foundation in the language. And if you wanted to learn it, I mean, because I like bought like the accent dictionary. It's like what, like $50-$60, and it's like. It's not hard to read because they only use Joyo kanji anyways. So it wouldn't even take you that long to be able to like get at the level to where you can read it and just figure it out yourself, or watch Togen's videos or whatever. Because at the beginning, all you need to know is like the basics, and then you just go immerse and essentially like try to pick out the pitch, and you go about it that way, and then that'll be fine for most people, because most people aren't gonna go or like to Japan long term or live there anyway, so they're probably not gonna need it. And it's just like. The fact that like the way that is being marketed just blows my mind, because like I don't even care.
Yeah, their whole like marketing strategy was like, if you don't learn pitch accent, you'll never be good at Japanese, and you can't live there. And their whole thing was like, if you're fluent and you don't know pitch accent, just we have to throw it all away, and we have to like rebuild up your fluency, because if you're fluent without pitch accent, then you can't do anything. And I was watching them videos, and I was like, I follow like a decent amount of people, like Japanese people on YouTube and on TikTok, and there's this TikTok. It's like learn Japanese with Jenny, and she's like teaching her kids Japanese, blah blah blah. And some people were like on her live and were like, is pitch accent like even important? And she was like, literally no one cares about pitch accent like at all.
Yeah, I was talking to my girlfriend about it earlier, and I literally said what Matt said. Like, I said to her, like, if a gaijin came up to you, started speaking to you in perfectly fluent Japanese, but had terrible pitch, do you think you could still be friends with him? She went, yeah, of course. What even is that question? I was like, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even if your Japanese sucks, like there's still people who would be willing to be friends with you. There's still tons of people who don't really care. They just want to be friends.
Like,
It'd be like if an English native speaker said, "No, I'm not going to be friends with you because you have a lisp. You can't pronounce the th sound."
Yeah.
Like, I guess
That's
the whole
just like,
point of like
Did
real
he
life
actually
languages
say
game
that
is
if you
friendly
don't have
people.
perfect?
Yeah, one of
No,
their
guys,
one of
you
their
are blue
things
pilled. You are
as
blue
well.
pilled. This is what he said. He said, if you do not understand pitch accent perfectly, then you are ruining every piece of Japanese media that you consume.
Oh my
at that
goodness,
point."
blue
Oh, was-
pill.
wait,
blue
was that
pill-
Ken or Matt that said
Oh
that?
my
Blue
goodness!
pill.
Come
I
on!
actually do
Come on!
think
That's like
that
the
it was wrong.
biggest bullshit.
You are ruining it for yourself. You cannot appreciate it unless you understand the deep phonetics, because there is no such thing as a language that is not spoken. Sign language is fake. It does not exist. You have to understand the pitch accent, and you must pay me $500 or else you will not be allowed to study Japanese with me anymore.
Here's
And that is
like
why I don't talk to people with
Actually, what it's
accents.
fucking like.
there was two other things that he said.
It's
He was
so
like,
dumb.
when
Yeah,
you're
you'll never enjoy it again otherwise.
he
No,
said
he
when
literally
you're
said stop
You are
immersing.
disrespecting Japanese culture by your ignorance of pitch accent.
yeah, like he
Yeah, well, the
You're
ironic
literally
thing is
Such an
disrespecting Japanese
elitist.
culture by not paying me $800.
he said when you're immersing he
Perfect to
said when
join the
you're
Japanese
immersing and
Mensa
if you
Club.
don't understand pitch accent that you won't be able to actually understand any of the immersion that you're going through if you don't understand pitch accent. And another thing that he said is when if you go to Japan and you're talking to a native speaker and your pitch is off, they're gonna have to like take an extra few seconds to step
That's
back
not.
and comprehend what you said. And
I mean, I
like,
think maybe at times, but that's a major exaggeration the way he
Yeah,
posed
your
it.
accent's
That's only if
that's
you're
a
like pitches fuck
pronunciation
though.
problem usually.
You'd have to have
Yeah.
exactly. You'd have to have some fuck pronunciation for it to be like that. Like if you're like making mistakes here and there, who gives a shit? As well, the ironic thing is Matt and Ken don't have perfect pitch, so like
Yeah.
I don't get
Not
what
even
the
Dogen
problem is.
does. He still struggles with it.
No one does. If you're
So,
an English speaker and
I've-
you have absolutely perfect pitch, you must be like bloody gifted or spend your entire life like trying to get to that level.
Kansai
I
versus
think unless you
Tokyo
start
Go.
learning, as a kid from like, it's just not going to happen.
If you're natively
well, 'cause
bilingual,
your
that's
brain
different
loses those
because you're not
abilities.
ever going to be concerned about studying this, right?
Yeah,
I feel
this,
like this is why
from-
literally none of us understand what Aji Man is saying. He's got that Australian accent. He's got that-
Exactly. No one knows what I'm talking about. I'm just yelling like a fucking idiot.
Exactly. It's like
Exactly. That's
it's
why
his
when you-
Australian
that's why
accent
no one
that's
likes
like
me.
making us like not want to befriend him. You know, it's
Exactly.
it's tragic.
That's why everyone hates me.
I thought we just
Respectfully trust me,
established
guys.
like an hour
Personal
ago that
attack
having
money,
an
yeah.
Australian accent made you more trustworthy. Come on.
No, it makes everyone hate you because I can't speak American English, so therefore, you all just don't like me. That's why I hate all Americans.
You're disrespecting English by speaking Australian English.
By the way, man, we got
Oh, I'm
Roto
so
to come in
sorry.
the call, guys.
And
Roto's
so
here.
be it.
I think like one of his alts are
Hey,
like
Rojo.
hanging in here.
I mean, surely it probably is, isn't it? Considering everything.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
You can't-
considering
you
the
can't- you
fact
can't
that
hide
it's not
that,
shit.
absolutely.
I'm just curious,
Yeah.
why he's been so quiet about all of this so far. Like, I mean, how long has it been since the Uproot stuff goes? Like, he might literally be kidnapped as quiet as he's been.
He's in
I
Ken's
mean, he
house
probably
locked
is in
up.
Ken's basement.
Oh yeah,
He's just
Ken's
getting
got a
mocked
gun
every
in his
day.
head.
Yeah.
Ken's just mogging him
Bad
all
boy.
day. He can't.
Yo, guys, do you want an update on the search for Bill? Because I got a little bit of
Yeah.
information. So
Information
I
on
checked
Bill?
out that website where the photographer was posting her photos or whoever it is, and then it seems like these people are like contracted to upload onto that website. So I sent a bunch of emails like to the website's owners and stuff and to
Oh my
people,
God.
and I also like put in some support requests, and I got some information about the owner, or like the owner, and he also owns a couple other companies or something. And so I sent him an email too, and I found a bunch of phone numbers online for him. So if I don't get a response, I could try that. And I found the
Oh my God, dude.
if anyone lives in Germany,
Oh my God, I get my boyfriend to call.
I found the headquarters of the company. So if anyone lives near here, maybe you could go there and ask
Wait,
for
what
them.
part of Germany?
You know, there's a fine line.
I just posted a link in
Okay.
general.
There's a fine line between
Dude, if this had
investigation.
happened like 4 weeks ago, I could have gone.
No,
tracking him down.
Between investigation
Where
and
is Bill?
stalking, there's a little bit of a.
Which thing did you post?
Find Bill.
Yikes.
I will find Bill.
Fuldabrück. Was das denn?
Just don't get a restraining order put on yourself.
Honestly, it'd be an honor if I got a restraining order from Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bill's address. That's the goal.
Oh Lord, Bill.
Shujinko is
Okay, it's not too far away from Hamburg, but I don't think I would make the trip out there just to perhaps get into contact with someone who might know Bill.
If you ever pass there, you got to stop by and ask them if you can get in contact with Ono. What's their name? Ono Koski. That's the person who uploaded the pictures
Hang
of
on.
Bill. And then if we get in contact, Ono Koski. I did some research. It's hard to find information on them.
Can you type the name in the chat?
Here, I'll put their profile. It's right here. And they're the ones who uploaded their photos to this website. So if we could get in contact with them, that would be good. But I couldn't really find a lot of information about them online.
So what are we going to contact them about? We're going to tell them to post more Bill pictures?
No, we're going to ask them for Bill so that we can get him on the podcast. See if we can get in contact. We want to get in contact with Bill so we can be on
What
the
are you
podcast.
guys gonna do if this Bill guy doesn't even speak English?
Bill versus Japan.
You can speak Japanese. It's fine. Japanese is good.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which language he speaks. He's still gonna own Matt.
It's okay. Worst case, we can get some Fiverr guy to dub over.
Dude, what do you mean? Bill can understand every language. I don't know what you're talking about.
Bill's a god.
He went through.
I
Uproot.
mean, the only reason to do that would be just because we can't possibly grace everyone with Bill's voice. You know, it might be dangerous for everyone's headphones. You know?
Okay.
Pure brown note.
I said that, but the
someone should
pictures,
make, like, an Anki
pictures on
card
this
meme.
side have got the US flag in the background, so it's likely that Bill has
Anki card meme, I'm
been to
listening.
the US at some point.
I think the photos were in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a picture. It was basically New
Wait,
York,
does
so-
anyone live in New York?
I do.
Oh, I
I
don't know,
do.
man. Well, we don't really have any
Find
way
Bill
of
off the
actually
streets of
finding him in New York.
Like
but
missing persons report.
yeah, you should put up pictures
Bill.
of him and ask,
I'm
have
gonna
you
put it on
seen this
milk.
man? Have you seen this man?
Well, you know, Hide the Pain Harold got like found because he became a meme. He didn't know he'd become a meme until like his granddaughter, his daughter, like showed him a meme that she'd found of him.
Yeah.
He'd just gone to do some stock photo shoots, and then like several years
It
later,
would be
just
funny
thought
if it's
he'd
just some
be made
random
into a meme.
guy who like doesn't even do modeling and he's just
he
just
wasn't
like
he wasn't
some
even
random
paid.
guy.
He didn't know his photos were being taken.
For the gram.
Yeah.
Imagine if you talk to him and he actually speaks Japanese.
This is just what he looks
That would
like
be
every
great.
single day of his life.
He's actually like an old school Ajasu.
Like, oh, I just saw the build template.
Wait,
That's
what if
mad.
he is actually related to Kat's though?
Cat's father.
Cat's cousin.
If he does come on the podcast, make sure he's wearing that turtleneck.
Oh, of course. He needs to
What
be
a
in
chat.
proper attire.
It would be so bizarre to just have like a random picture taken once and then one day your picture is just plastered all over the internet as a meme.
Yes.
I would want my money if that happened.
That's
but,
the
you know.
dream.
Bill NFT.
But you can
Bill
be,
NFT.
you can sell yourself out to BuzzFeed. They had that whole "I Became a Meme" series.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Damn. I wonder though, can we find Bill? Oh, Atomics is out here talking about the Bill coin and the Bill
Bill coin.
Bill
Dude, it's
coin.
going to the moon. It's going to the moon, but Bill coin.
No, not another
What an
scam.
investment.
Bill coin would never be a scam because Bill is involved. What are you
I need a Bill NFT for my Twitter profile now. Actually,
it's like a
Oh my
pixelated
God.
Bill.
$500.
Imagine if there's like Like freaking Matt starts doing NFTs. That'll be jokes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
They're gonna have to add another
Refold
person on the
NFTs.
team because those two don't have the fucking know-how. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Like, it just makes no sense because like it's not like he was going poor off of what they're making off a refold, and then it's like, I mean, because like once you destroy your reputation, ain't nobody gonna give you money again. So like, I just don't get it.
Yeah.
It is like,
Well,
I mean,
I don't, if you can hook the whales, maybe
yeah,
maybe
that's
you
one
can
thing.
get them to keep.
But you can only
get them to
screw
keep
whales
giving
so
you
many
money
times.
for a while.
I mean,
It's
maybe
not just the whales though. The
I
problem
think
is
when
it's
you-
not just the whales. It's
Yeah, that's
people like as I said before, I signed up to Ken's original thing. That was $300 at the time. Like it's average people that just have extra cash that think, oh, maybe this would be a good idea,
This
and then they
is
think
the secret sauce.
it's not just the whales. That's the
You
thing,
don't
and that's
see
what's
any
kind of
Secret
crazy.
sauce. Secret sauce.
Wait.
You
So
don't
was
really
it?
Wait, we
see
need to
any
ask Bill what the secret sauce is.
He's like, it's
Well,
just ketchup.
It's whales, like Brit versus Japan.
I don't have money. when I bought fucking
Brit versus
Ken's
Japan.
original course, I was a really poor student. I had no money to spare, and I was still like, you know what, this will get me fluent.
You spend your student loans on
I
Ken.
literally spent my student
my
loan on that. I was such a dumbass.
You need a refund,
What
man.
the
Like,
hell?
damn.
I did get a refund. I did get a refund.
Thank God.
But still, I was like, oh.
I'm just wondering, did it require you to ask for a refund?
I don't remember. It was such a long time ago. It was like 5 years ago.
Yeah,
Wait, so you got it, and
7
then
years ago now.
so you got it, and you just didn't like the course.
I got it. He only gave you the first week's worth of content. You couldn't skip to the next week. So my guess was that he hadn't made the content yet, and that he was trying to make it like as he went. And then I think because you couldn't get onto the next week, I think people were like, "Hang on a minute, what's going on? Why don't I have full access to everything right now?" And I think it just led on to people like saying that it was a scam. That's what I understood at the time, but I don't really.
It sounds
I
so
mean,
familiar.
whether he intended to scam anybody or not, the fact that he didn't provide a service that he had promised and that people paid for, it is a scam.
What service are we talking about now?
Getting amazing pitch acting in 60 days.
No, this was before. This was the anime one we're talking
the
about.
anime one. Ken's
Learn
one.
from
Wait, what
anime.
anime one?
Back in the day, Ken had a learn from anime course thing where
Yeah.
it was basically basically immersion.
I personally at the time I had no problem with it.
Yo,
until everybody
so this guy was
started
making money
speaking out.
off making people watch animes? That's what you're telling me?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
I mean, he basically like destroyed his reputation, so he needed to get Matt for like a new set of people.
He's like,
I think he's coming back after the
And he just destroyed his reputation even more. Like,
Remember, guys,
He
social
needed a
anxiety
new
is
fan
a
base to
legitimate
reach.
excuse for ripping people off.
Wait, is Ken still making money now, like with his courses?
I
Yeah,
think
he
so.
does
YouTube.
Probably because he runs
He
ads
does his
on.
website, and he sells
Yeah,
his
he
book.
runs ads.
He does marketing for like internet marketing for his book.
He's got a book.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
He has
Yep.
a book.
Yeah,
That's how you
What's
know.
in his book?
Oh,
Like,
you guys don't have his book?
No.
What's the title?
yeah.
I didn't know him until he came up with Matt. The fuck?
Oh my God.
I only have Bill's book.
What kind of advice is there? Like, if you want to be successful, drink water every day. I don't know.
Bill's book is financial advice. Come on, didn't you read the blurb?
Yeah.
Yeah, financial freedom.
Financial freedom.
Finally buy the course.
So, what's the name of Ken's book?
Someone
Japanese
should just
anime.
one person buy the book, distribute it to everyone else, and we can make memes out of it.
It might be already online somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, behind a paywall.
Let me look. What is the
I ain't
book?
paying for that bullshit.
What is the book? What's it called?
The book is called Brand New by Ken Cannon.
If you type in Ken Cannon, it comes up. I think.
Oh, here
First
he has a
Google result.
website, kencannonbook.com.
Kencannonbook.com.
Wow.
Is it
Fluency,
the
how to
wake
with
up fluent
fluent
or
Japanese, and it's
whatever?
got that
How to
font
wake up
that looks
fluent.
like kana, but it's actually
Guys,
just
get some
English.
sleep. Wake up fluent. Let's get it.
It's only 68 pages. Damn.
Wow.
Here's why I take a loss by selling you this book at this price.
No.
How do you take a loss for something that isn't costing you anything to reproduce?
Is it digital? Is it digital?
It's a digital
Yes.
book. Yes.
Yeah, it is digital.
Full
book.
of shit.
It is digital book.
Full of
You're
shit.
you really are getting this book and the complete video training for just $5.60.
What does Kent do as a job? Scam people.
Professional scammer.
Okay, but how about this like fake kanji
internet.
English font?
It's
Internet
gorgeous. I love it. It's so on brand for him.
Like the
It's almost like a warning, right? That it's a scam. Like, if anyone knows anything about Japanese, you're gonna steer right away from that.
Yeah, man, that's. Oh my god.
he has a section called exactly what you're getting, and then he lists uses a huge long list of really vague.
Dude, this is dramatically different from
suggestions.
anything you've ever read.
It's literally the same thing as
life-changing?
everyone else has said.
Know about the book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then riddle me this: how did he get so good?
He
have you guys seen his video? Like he actually has a
secret
video
sauce.
where
Not paying
that's
for
in the
any.
description. Like how did he get so good?
Dude,
How did he
Tristan posted the on motivation video, pretty based.
He got good by spending money on himself or whatever the fuck.
It's Man versus Greed video.
No,
Is
it's
any-
like if you actually listen to his story,
I
it's
actually
like he
think
lived
the on
with his.
motivation video is pretty good advice for people that are.
I totally agree. I love that video.
Is
which
his
video?
girlfriend who was Japanese for like years. So that's how you get
The
good.
the on motivation video is an old video Matt made, and basically he said like people keep asking him, it's like to get motivated. How do you get motivated to learn Japanese? And he's like, if you're not motivated, just quit because it's going to take a lot of work, and if you can't get motivation, then you don't really want to learn. Just you should do something else and not waste your time with this.
That's true. Yeah, he has some you know what's funny? It's like stuff like that, and
Kind of reminds me of something Hiroyuki would say.
and like the RTK video. It's just like, man, like that video was good. Like I was looking at it again the other day. I was like, man, he should have made more stuff like this. Like it would have been great.
Is anybody here actually interested in the content of Ken's book? Because I have it.
Wait, really?
You have it?
Yeah.
I didn't know he had a book.
Yeah, it's just sort of describe, but I don't actually.
I mean, I would love if you would post it, and then people would probably find some memes in it or something. But
Yeah. Just
well,
post it.
Let me see if I can find it because honestly,
Be careful with that. That'll give him a reason to flag the server.
yeah. Well, but basically, there were a few nuggets of good advice in there, but it's nothing that people don't already know. Probably everyone is familiar with how Ken approached learning Japanese, which is to watch like an episode of One Piece in English and then watch it again in Japanese, and you just
and
did that.
Naruto.
Right.
Don't forget
And
that.
so basically like the only interesting thing that was in that book was that like he has this thing he calls the downloader method, which is basically like you watch the episode and then in English, either dubbed or subbed, and then you download the raw audio and just listen to it like a few times during the day. And that was really it. So basically, everything that he has in terms of actual content is just a spin on the same approach.
Yeah.
I remember
You know-
doing that now. That's so weird. Thinking
Yeah.
about it, that's what I did with
Just-
Sword Art Online when I first started.
It's the same thing that a lot of us have done.
Yeah.
I've done
Yeah.
that with shows.
Yeah. Bruh. Yeah, I remember him specifically talking about that
I've
in the
been here in
course.
the house.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
It's since I'm working from home now. we
and then
barely
the
go
other really
so-
interesting thing that he had going for him was that his use of frequency lists and like learning the most frequent words first. I think that's really clever because it helps get your comprehension up enough that you can learn more through context in an efficient manner. But again, those are the only two techniques that are there that really make sense that maybe others didn't really think to not necessarily do. I'm sure everyone's done it, but to do it kind of like as your main course sort of thing.
People have
What
been using
about
frequency lists for a
sitting-
really long time, but using them with immersion is like a bit of an odd.
I forgot one
Bowl.
of Ken's main other points, which is that he lives with a Japanese girlfriend, or that was one of the things that he would do. And
Oh,
they would
yeah, and she
manually
corrected his pitch accent.
They would manually correct his pitch accent in exchange for a Ken foot massage.
There's no way that happened.
I mean,
they had a point
That's
system,
so
right?
whack.
Yeah,
And when
like
the
like
more he
Facebook
messed up,
tag groups, it's just like
the
list
more
of
he
things
messed
that
up,
did
the
not
more he had
happen.
to do.
I mean, I would totally give foot massages to someone if they would correct my pitch accent.
Would you give a
Anyone-
foot massage to Bill?
Yes.
We would line up.
My hands would be divine.
Love massage. Yikes.
Yeah, so in the Ken interview that got unlisted from
Guys,
the
check the
KoreKara
meme.
podcast, I couldn't help but notice that that Ken was telling the story of his girlfriend meeting Matt, and he basically used the opportunity to kind of shit on Matt. It was pretty pretty rough to watch, but like basically, making Matt look like a chump. But
better.
she apparently did the same kind of thing with Matt, and Ken thought it was really funny that she took down his ego a bunch of notches for correcting his pitch accent, which is something.
funny.
It's a rough story to bring up right when you're saying that both you and Matt have perfect pitch accent,
Yeah,
and
they're
you're trying to
both
sell an
sickos.
$800 course.
That
Yeah, did Matt have to
the
give foot
fact that
massages?
Matt is still collaborating with this guy after something like that's amazing in its own way.
Matt had to give his Ken's girlfriend foot massages.
What?
I don't know. I don't know if that was.
No, I don't think that's what happened.
in the fucking interview. But
No, I think it's just like she was correcting his pitch accent so hard that it could like hurt his basically like he felt really
right.
shitty about it or some shit like that.
Well, maybe that was his way of manipulating Matt, right? Like
Yeah.
push his ego really, really down and use that to control and manipulate.
Dude, what if this whole
Yeah,
thing
there's-
was just orchestrated by Ken from the beginning?
I can believe that. I can believe that because Matt's pretty insecure.
he's utilizing Matt's reputation and just like leeching on it, but
Yeah,
also
it really does.
Matt,
Yeah.
not to say Matt's not culpable here. He's like fully responsible for everything that he's a part of in this. But yeah, I'm assuming Ken was just like, oh yeah, I'll just get this fucking, I'll just get fucking Matt's audience, and we'll do it because Ken
Matt
is
has
obviously the
such-
one who put together.
Matt has a much bigger reach than Ken, and so
Exactly.
it's like such an advantage
Not
for
only that,
Ken,
but he
and
has a
Matt
good-
just gets
but he-
destroyed.
But he also
I
has
can
a good
definitely see.
reputation.
I can see
that's
Ken
the
using
thing.
his marketing skills on Matt, and then
Oh, yeah.
going from there.
It's just like it just astounds me because of how reputable Matt became. It's like okay, so you've done videos with Dogan,
Video
what
with
is it?
Crashin',
Steve
video
Kaufman.
with Steve Kaufman.
The KoreKara podcast. Come on, guys.
Yeah, the KoreKara. How could he?
Of course, he had
But also like Oriental Pearl, he had a collab with. They both did a video on one another's channel.
exactly, and like
Even not Sego.
Yeah,
it's just like
Yeah.
it's just like you meet like so many people that are big, like so many times bigger than him. It's like, dude, you're like your channel's not even at 100K. You're making a video with Dogan. It's like, bro, like you're getting somewhere. And then he pulled this shit. It's like, bro, what?
Yeah.
He pulled.
Like you think they're gonna be
he pulled,
calling
like,
you
a
up now? Like, hello?
makes no
No.
It's fucking epic.
Like
That makes no sense.
every time someone searches his name from now on, it's just going to be a load of controversies.
Yeah. No, it's already like that.
Yeah.
The only ones that the only time you don't see is when he's DMCAing stuff before someone puts it up again. Man, just wait till YouTube actually cares about it, man. Then you screwed.
Yeah. I mean, this DMCA abuse stuff is really bad. Like that could get you in a lot of trouble.
Yep.
Yeah.
Surely
You should
YouTube's
get
got a
caught.
system to
I
see
think
if
a lot of
someone's
people
abusing
do
it.
but- Obviously,
I don't think they do.
Obviously not.
Yeah, because he keeps doing it.
Yeah, because he keeps doing it and he keeps getting away with it.
There are ways to like you have to dispute it, and then you can file like a counter, thing. And there's this big, long, drawn out process, and it involves, a lot of like a proof of like repeated abuse, and like, I know there are people who have gotten like people like shut down for abusing DMCA stuff in the past. Like it does happen, but it's a difficult thing to do, and a lot of small people don't have like the money, the time, the resources. Their livelihood is on the line with their channel, and so a lot of larger YouTubers like know that, and they like use it as leverage and pressure these smaller YouTube channels to stay quiet about it, or to not fight it, or to not push their buttons.
But once YouTube finds out about it, that's the thing, because like if it's a big channel, once YouTube finds out about it, if that channel is big enough, they will take you down.
Yeah,
because then it's like once everybody knows about it,
had that happen besides Anacreon.
I don't think so. I think it's just like Anacreon and like just a couple of like DJP
Well,
people.
I think it happened to do you know that video was like Refold Scam, and it had like clips interspersed with his marketing, like clips from the
Scam Alert
interview. It got taken down. The channel got deleted. And so that's probably a sign of DMCA abuse, because you can get the channel deleted by filing 3, like if you file 3 fake DMCA claims, it'll get deleted, no questions asked.
They can also be in the same video. That's another thing that people don't know.
Oh, can they? I didn't know that.
You can have 3 different clips and file 3 different strikes on the same video.
Oh wow, I didn't know that, but that's even worse.
That's why it was a good move to not include any clips on the on this video that you guys did.
Yeah.
Oh,
standard YouTube.
Almost
shit.
did, but after I think you would.
Almost imagine like Ken meeting Matt and getting his girlfriend to correct his pitch accent, and him being so beaten up about that he's like begging Ken not to like leak any information about his pitch accent not actually being perfect, and Ken is like, I won't do it if you help me break this.
It's like it's kind of weird to me, because like I'd understand if you cared like 1-2 years in, but now I'm in this shit for like 4 years now, right? I don't give a fuck. Like I don't understand how you care so much at this point.
I think this would be a nice fanfic. We got some lore.
Because
it's
like
like
we already have some lore here.
We have a ton of lore.
Hashtag find Bill.
Hashtag find Bill.
I mean, maybe it's because I'm more of a reader.
Hashtag I stand with Bill.
Maybe it's because I'm more of a reader than a like listener and speaker. Maybe I don't know.
Personally, I'm not much of a reader, and I do care about pitch accent, but I still don't think it's like the end of the world, and it's not like gonna change your whole life or something and change your interactions completely. I don't think.
No, it's not like like in the video taken down by KoreKara when he was talking about that guy who spoke really good Japanese or whatever. I was like, bro, I had to. I'm gonna be real with you. I had to stop watching the video after I saw that, because I was like, this guy's full of shit. I was just like when the room changed when this guy was. I was just like, okay, keep dreaming. Keep dreaming.
Now I gotta go back and rewatch that video. I didn't even watch it.
It's posted in the announcements.
I'd say pitch is literally just icing on the cake. I don't think it's really necessary. I still haven't really dabbled into it. I bought the dictionary, but
it makes even less sense when you consider different dialects. It's like,
oh yeah. I mean, like, my girlfriend speaks Hokkaido Ben, but like it's not that different from Tokyo. But then there's still differences. So I'm like, is there any point in me bothering? Should I just?
Nah.
I mean, I think it's worth like putting a little bit of effort in, because it will sound better. But it's not like some kind of life-changing thing.
Yeah.
Like
It's nothing like what Matt's making it out to be.
Yeah. Whenever people ask me about it, what I always tell them, because like since I don't really do it myself, I'm just like, look, just look at the there's like a chart. I think I saw one Dogen's video once where it like shows like, okay, so like generally like 2 kanji 4 more words, or like heiban, and then this and that. And it's like, just be aware of them, go to listen to them or whatever, and you just figure it out that way or something like that if you don't care about it that much. Because it's like more than that.
Off topic, but I just got a random DM from someone trying to sell me drugs. I'm gonna screenshot this.
Is that the Matt? Oh.
You should say, "Hey, is this Bill?
Is this Bill?
Bill, is that you?"
I'll send them
And a
the
love heart
we
eyes
will
emoji.
find him.
You guys just
Memes.
Wait.
These memes are accelerating so fast. By midnight, we're gonna have like Sonic pregnant memes, except with Matt and Bill.
Well, we may
That
or
is
may
genius.
not
I'm working
have
on it right
a
now.
full meme
You
coming
know-
through.
And multi-layered uproot memes.
I don't know. I find it strange because he could have even made videos about like his like progression, like even after like getting this far and stuff like that, like about like what he's reading and stuff like that. Like I don't know, like there's a lot of stuff that he could have done now that his channel is
Yeah,
already
he could
big
have
enough.
been. He could have been talking about how he was learning Chinese, but we all know he wasn't actually doing that. So
I thought it was interesting that he, you know, if you guys remember back to like what was it, the 3-hour video where he was like, you know, I'm at a
Fuck
point now with my
Japan.
Japanese that I don't like Japan and I hate Yu-Gi-Oh. And then you watch him in this video and it's like, man, I'm just glad you got
and
your
has
passion
changed
for
my
Yu-Gi-Oh
life.
back, Matt.
All right, yeah, like I think in that 3-hour video, he was just like he just didn't know what to do with his life because he just spent so much of it learning Japanese, and he's like, now what the fuck do I do with this shit?
Well, pitch accent.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
But
I think it was in the motivation video where he just said there's not really any reason to learn Japanese. So if
Yeah.
you can't be motivated, just give up.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because you don't really get like there's
Like
no
if you speak English, you
Not like
already have
learning
an
English
advantage.
as a native Japanese speaker. Like that's got loads of just general benefits, right? But
yeah, but it's like if you're
Yeah,
learning
you go
Japanese
get
like to
ESL.
get like a monetary value or anything like that, then you know you just go learn.
I mean, even English, like, there's not, like, okay, if you're a Japanese person and you live in Japan and you're not doing anything else, like, you're not going outside of Japan, then there might not be a reason for you to know English, and that's the case for the majority of Japanese people. That's the same thing over here. Like, but if you want to communicate globally, then learning another language is a good thing to do, you know, so.
I think no matter what, learning English would be a good idea. Because, like,
Yeah.
if you're Googling something or ever want any information at all, English is going to
Mm.
be a much better source on it.
yeah, considering
like-
the small amount of like content available in other languages on Wikipedia, like even like German and Dutch are the like two next like most prolific languages on Wikipedia, and even then sometimes I'm like trying to find something on the German and Dutch Wikipedia, it just doesn't exist. I have to use the
Yeah.
English Wikipedia. That's my only choice.
But
Whenever
that's,
I
like,
try to
like a
find
very
some
small subset
information
of
in
things, so.
Japanese,
Yo,
it's just like oh.
I'm gonna be honest. Why would you ever learn Dutch?
Destroyed.
For fun.
Why? I don't understand.
Want to be a Dutchman.
Because I already learned
funny
German and it
English.
looked really easy, and
Alright.
I'm a hoe for that mutual intelligibility.
Yeah, same.
It's kind of like why if I were to learn another language, I would probably go with Korean because it's most similar to Japanese.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I was
also
thinking. I always thought the same thing.
I feel like you get a more well-rounded sort of idea about the. I said this earlier, but I don't know who was here and who wasn't. If for especially like with German, in my experience, learning Dutch and learning Norwegian has enriched my comprehension and appreciation for regional dialects within Germany because they share so much with these other related languages without having to actively try to study a very small regional dialect that there are no resources available for and that I probably won't
German-
ever actually need to speak.
German seems like it would kind of be hard to learn though, since it's like, you know, when you're learning Japanese, you feel like all this shit that you can just, I don't know, like read and stuff. But if you're learning
German's the
German, like
second
really,
easiest
the
language
only
to
thing
learn.
you have. Yeah, but
That
like
reminds me of
I'm
German.
talking about the
What do you
content
mean?
you have.
What do you
Like
mean
the
the
quality of
content?
content you have. The quality
I
of the
wanted to
content.
learn German because of a stupid comedy YouTube channel.
Bro, shut the fuck up and let me talk. Jesus, woman. Let the
Oh
man
my God.
talk. My God.
Oh, no.
No.
Jesus.
Hey, cool it, man.
Yo, is Doth gonna learn
What I was
Dutch?
saying.
Doth learns
What I was
Dutch.
saying.
That's the next step.
Dutch
What I
Dutch.
Dutch Doth.
Oh my fucking.
Nah, Doth
I'm
don't got
losing
enough
it.
visual novels for that.
Fucking
He don't got
losing
enough
it.
Dutch visual novels to learn that, bro, man. Like he needs his visual novels. Visual novels are the key to fluency.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. This man understands me.
Oh no.
I haven't even played that many visual novels, but like when you get into them and you start mining them, oh my god. the amount
I
of
fucking know, right, dude?
progress you get.
I've spent like fucking 16 hours a day doing that shit at one time. Bro, it's not even funny. It's not even funny.
One
Make
time
sure
I
you
got
mind
like
the sex scenes.
like no.
Where do you guys?
I've done like
Where do you guys
one,
get them
like
from?
once.
Where do we get what?
Where do you get light novels from? I've never touched one. I say
You
that.
can
I've
get
done
it from like
you download them from
you can
Nya.
torrent it.
Yeah,
Oh, from
Nya.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Nya has literally
Or,
there's
Itazura Neko has some, but
Yeah,
they're kind of old. It's not
definitely.
updated anymore.
Yeah, it's not updated, but they got a big ass library, bro. Like,
That's true.
they have a lot.
Yeah.
Me mostly recently, I've
They
mostly
have-
been buying mines actually because most of the ones that I want I can't find online. So
Yeah, I noticed there's a lot that aren't online.
yeah. So like I think last year, pandemic. Bro, I think over the whole year, I think I spent over $300 on the amount of light novels I was buying. Oh my god! Like I checked the other day. I was like, wait, I need to know how much I spent that year because I think I bought like 40 something, and I read most of them, if not all of them. So, because I just because I buy light novels as I read, so I probably yeah, like oh man,
Still a better investment than Project Uproot.
oh hell yeah,
For sure, yeah.
Oh no, dude. I mean, yeah, I'm like looking through the list right now. Is there a single one that I did not read that I don't, at least from what I'm seeing right, because I'm looking through the list. Yeah, I read every single one I bought last year.
Are you saying you read 300 light novels last year?
No, I spent like around $300
worth.
I think it's around 300 that I spent. Yeah, and there's like 46 light novels.
I'm like over halfway through that one that we talked about on Twitter. What was it? Hangaku no Sorita?
Oh yeah.
Pretty good.
Did you read Fate Zero?
No.
Oh.
No, like I don't know. I couldn't get because I watched Unlimited Blade Works, but I couldn't get into the visual novel, and I don't know why, but I just don't feel like watching Fate Zero because I don't really want to read it. I might watch the anime, but I don't know. I've kind of become disenchanted with Fate. Like,
Probably read that one pretty soon. I heard the anime it kind of ruins it for you.
Ah.
There's like three different timelines,
whenever.
It spoils one for you. This is from someone who
I
doesn't
think
know
the only
anything
thing that's like really worth it in the Fate series is just that one mobile game, like FGO.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of
But it
people
is, though.
obsessed with that game.
You know I'm right. It's fucking boring. I'm sorry. Like, it's boring. But if it's like a gacha game, then you can get the excitement of pulling something that's rare and get addicted and then spend all of your money.
That's the same people. That's the same people who are buying.
Just buy waifus, no? Sorry, what were you saying?
I was saying that's the same people who are buying Uproot. The people who are spending like thousands of dollars on gacha.
Bro,
I made the pregnant Sonic.
I believe that. I believe that.
They gotta get fluent in 60 days to understand their gacha game.
Exactly.
It's just so like it's crazy to me because it's like
Uproot gacha game.
Yo, it's like everybody
Oh
so many of us started learning at the same time, like Matt's channel was kind of blowing up, and now we're all just like, dude, what is this guy doing?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Bro.
It's funny though, because he's definitely going to become like a fucking gazillionaire or something.
Yeah, he's gonna make money out of it.
Is he?
We are making fun of him, but he is going to become like a million.
Kotz made more than $1 million from his stuff, and it was like some crappy blog.
Does it matter? Is he going to be happy? Is he going to be emotionally?
Yes. He made more than.
I mean, it depends because like if he only really cares about like his personal life and stuff like that, and his personal life everything's fine, and then whatever happening online he doesn't really care, then yeah. But
I don't know,
it
man.
depends.
He's no. He's too insecure to
he's too insecure for that. Like if he's worrying about people on DJT are saying about him, like I mean, there's no saving you at that point. Like is DJT like how do you take them seriously?
If he didn't care about his reputation, he wouldn't go deleting all of the negative criticism.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true.
Well, right now,
He just
that's
needs to
part
learn
of
to
this
speak.
marketing
Can
strat.
someone just like send him that one Pepe meme with like the glass water? You know, just stop caring, bro. Just stop caring. All you have to remember is just stop caring. It's that easy, bro. It's that easy.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me because it's like so many people. I mean, I know a lot. I mean, most of us, I think, like any of us who've made videos, like we're always up to like, yeah, my Japanese is not as great as you think it is. Like I think everybody plays down the Japanese all the time. Like it's not even just out of humble. It's just like, bro, I'm really not that good. Like I'm not joking. You know?
We feel like.
So
I
it's
mean,
like,
yeah.
Matt actually described that exact thing, and I was in the 3-hour video, I think, where he would always get complimented, and then he would deny it, and then people would be like, "Oh, you're doing that because that's what Japanese people do, so you're still good." And then he'd be like, "No, really, I'm really not that great."
I fucking remember this. I remember this from like 6 years ago.
I watched that video so many times.
Have a good one. Don't get scammed.
damn, that video was really that legendary, huh? I didn't watch the whole thing.
Oh,
I'm actually one of the. I actually watched the whole thing.
I watched the whole thing too.
Damn.
It's like the initiation before you start, right? It's like you just watch the 3-hour video, then you're good.
I binged like all of his videos when I first found them, and I was
me too.
dang, this is awesome. I got to do this.
Because he like I think I was in the English Japanese language.
And now like half the videos I watched are deleted.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
Wait. Did he delete the video of on the novels on why you should read novels? Is that the name?
Let me check.
I don't know.
Bro, if you delete that, it's over.
Last I checked.
I think the most
No,
important
he
part
has
about
the video
3-hour
novels
video.
up. He has the videos
All
on
right.
novels.
Oh, okay. All right. Good. There's at least that.
Yeah. And I
Because if
think
it deletes
the
that, then it's
RTK
over.
video was still mad good. Like I don't know why he's like I completely disagree with everything like later on when he did like the RTK thing because it's just like I mean yeah you have a point but it's like I don't know about like completely disagreeing with everything you said in that video because there were some good points in there. Like I'm just
Wait, did he delete the RTK video?
No, he styles it up.
No.
He styles it up.
Okay.
But he's
I was gonna
like,
say that was the video that blew him up. I'd be surprised.
Yeah.
If he deleted.
Yeah, like that video, bro. I remember watching that video. Like I just sat there the whole time. Like I sat through the whole 40 minutes.
it was
like,
a super high quality video.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really
that's
well
what got
edited.
me into HChat. Like,
Didn't he make a video on theory versus practice part 1 and then never made a part 2 ever?
Yeah, he never made a part 2.
Yeah, but then again,
yeah,
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Why
like
did he do that?
I don't know.
I remember
really
he made one on like why you can't understand your target language or whatever.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I still got that recommended.
Hey, he should make a video on why he doesn't have a consistent upload schedule.
Because he's making $500 courses.
Because he's making
not
a fucking
making
$1 million a year.
anything.
What do you?
I mean, yeah, because like aside from the stuff he's made like the past 3 weeks, the last video he uploaded was like 5 months ago.
Yeah,
it's easy.
It's like
and also
it's-
he streamed and stuff, but then he like privated or unlisted them.
Yeah. All he has to do is just
His
interview a
problem
new
is-
person every
His
week.
problem
and then
is
that's
his
it.
entire
Content done.
personality revolves around a hobby
wait.
he has as a teenager.
Wait. Did you guys see that one stream where if you like paused it at a certain time and
He
looked at his
hasn't-
DMs, there was like gay porn on it?
Wait,
really?
what?
Oh yeah, I remember
Someone,
that.
Does someone have a screenshot?
It was like a gay porn profile pic that they had in his DMs. It was fucking funny, dude.
44K boys.
It was
You know
so
what? That reminds me, yo, when I had a biology class like a year ago, and this was with my lab professor, and it only came up the screen for like a split second. Nobody noticed it except me because I fucking recognized what was on that screen. But bro, this dude had like 3 hentai sites, Pornhub, and stuff all in his home tab because he opened a new tab. He opened a new tab and it came up, and then he switched mad fast. Yo, I'm so glad I was recording because I was recording stuff to save it just because I have to look at it again later. So like, I went on the group chat for that class. I was like, yo guys, I'm not playing, bro. Yo, that shit was hilarious.
Bro, my man was stacked out for real.
Hey, you know what's the best part? This dude's a graduate student, like. Yo,
What a base teacher.
It'd be the people up in academia that'd be the biggest weebs. It's fucking hilarious. Oh my god. I was like, yo, how did you get up there with all that, me beating you be doing? God damn. Bro, he had alright, yo, it was just on his homepage. It's like, bro, that's crazy.
All right, I think I'm gonna head off. Have fun. Hope you enjoy the drama.
Take care.
Nice
to speak.
Or Matt, I don't know what to call you. Matt?
Sleep tight.
I guess
versus
Matt.
Brit versus Japan. Yeah, Brit versus Japan.
All right, good night all. Have a good.
All right.
Good night.
Yeah,
man.
Good
All right, bye.
We had the legend.
This call is so massive. I feel like it's never gonna end.
Oh,
all right,
I know.
24-hour call. Let's get it.
How long have you guys been speaking?
It's like the whole DGAT server moved over here for a day.
I mean, I guess, sure.
Well, part of it.
Yeah,
I
part
got
of it.
brought here because my Brazilian bro sent me like a
I just checked because all the discussion stuff. Like, I was like, oh wait, I didn't check it since the video's been uploaded. And I saw the chat full, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. Yeah, I need to see what's going on. Shit.
Yeah, there's been people in the chat this whole time.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty crazy though, because during this call, it's kind of like so many people that we interviewed kind of just all here at the exact same time. It's
it's like a reunion
podcast.
Dude, the drama is drawing them out.
I mean, Kanji
this is the
joined
upside.
Brit.
This is the upside of the
Brit
drama.
versus Japan joined.
Matt's bringing everybody
Chris.
together.
Yep.
Yeah,
totally.
Oh, he's like the loose.
What is that?
Everybody just shut up. Nobody watched Code Geass? He became
Matt
the world's enemy. Sacrificed himself.
Yeah, watch it, man. Watch it.
Don't worry, I understand.
No.
It's
We're
cool.
all here for Bill.
Yeah,
We got the joke, bro. We got the joke, bro. We got the joke.
If you don't know Bill, I don't want to talk.
It's all about Bill. At the end of the day, what's gonna come out on top is Immersion staying intact and Bill.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah,
honestly,
man, I don't
though,
even stress about it no more. I just, it's just like it just takes a while before I get addicted to another light novel series, and then I go down the rabbit hole again.
Get addicted.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's an issue. It looks like resources and links got wiped.
Oh.
Or it
Where's the permission thing?
it says we don't have permission to view the history.
Oh, 1 second. I think I got you. Okay.
Oh, and I think it was the same. It's the same with welcome, but a bunch of people joined, so it got covered up.
Yeah,
I got you.
I say I think the best part about the 3-hour video is just a lesson. Don't use Japanese to fill that hole in your life. It will not fulfill you.
Mm-hmm.
It will not make your life any better.
Well, to be fair, I think in a lot of ways it was making his life better because, bro, he had a brand, like, he was making a living off this stuff. So like,
well, I don't think that wasn't around when the 3-hour video. The 3-hour video was before that.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like in the 3-hour video. It's like he came to the realization. It's like, I spent like the best years of my life just learning how to talk to a few more people, and now I don't know what to do.
Yeah, but it's like, who doesn't know? Who knows what to do at fucking 20-something years old?
No,
I don't.
No one does, but it just kind of seemed like he had some sort of regret about it at the same time.
Like you wasted that much time.
Yeah, I mean,
'Cause that's a lot of fucking time that you have to like.
It
Stay away
depends.
from friends and family just to read like anime.
I mean, I
I don't
guess.
know.
But
It seemed like he didn't want to be talking to any of the people at his school anyway. So
Yeah, he
like,
didn't
what
have
does it
any
matter?
friends
Yeah,
anyway.
I
it's because
mean,
he was trying to get away from his life by
yeah,
learning
but
Jap-
like, what about the hundreds of thousands of other people that also just learn languages for their own personal
yeah,
enjoyment?
exactly.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
hello.
Because like for me, it's like yeah, like I was like yo, peace out to my friends for a couple of months, but it was like I mean, like I already do that over the summer, so
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. Like for me, I was just like I'm saving myself time because now I won't have to be like near my grave having to wait for this game to come get translated when it's already out in Japan and then die in regret for not being able to play it because I didn't know the freaking
I don't think you
language.
have a use for
I mean, I feel like, especially when you're a native English speaker and you're living in your home country where it's like very uncommon to learn a foreign language, it kind of makes you grow up faster than your peers because you're like so hell bent on like doing something that nobody sees as necessary.
Yeah,
But like,
I feel like it's good to learn this way, and I feel like doing this helped me feel like I can actually accomplish something. Like I really was able to achieve something.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's like one of the few things where I'm like, oh my god, I actually did something with my life. Even though right now I kind of feel like shit. Like right now I'm kind of feel like I don't know what to do with my life. But hey, I did this. I learned Japanese though, bro. I did something.
Yeah. I mean, I fucking failed high school, but I'm fluent as shit in German. Like,
I'm not saying you shouldn't do the immersion
that,
thing
Mom.
or anything like that. It's just you got to keep your life in perspective. You can't just dedicate your entire life to it, otherwise you'll miss out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like
There's
it's not
got to
like you
be
have to-
there's got to be like a hierarchy of values where Japanese is not the top. The language, learning a language can't be the top. There's
Oh.
got to be something bigger than
Yeah,
than
food,
you.
shelter,
There's got to be
love.
some kind of important
If
thing.
Japanese is the top and you get to the top, like you can understand everything, you just realize, well, I can just read shit now. Now what?
Yeah, then you have no
this is-
meaning. Then you're
this
just
is why I
nihilistic
don't understand
and
why
sad.
Matt's decided that his whole thing is going to be teaching other people how to learn languages when clearly learning languages are not actually something he enjoys. Because after reaching a certain level in Japanese, after reaching a certain level in German, I was like, okay, I want to learn another language, right? That's what lots of people do. They're like, oh, I got fluent in this language, I want to learn another one. And Matt's just like, oh, I'm fluent in Japanese and now I'm depressed.
I feel like watching the 3-hour video was like a calling for learners. Like if you couldn't get through that video, like if you got through the whole video and you still wanted to learn Japanese, then you were cut out for learning Japanese.
Sure, that was like my
I didn't
initiation
really watch it
period.
because I was just like, bro, I don't care. Like, how do I get good? like,
I
was
watched
just
it
like,
because I was looking for like was there something in here that I could apply to my own learning that is useful?
Like my
This man
strategy
went
was like,
straight
don't make a
to
video
10
about it
steps.
until you do it for a month straight, and then after that, that's it. It wasn't
all
really.
the people at the top probably just didn't even like listen to other people. They just made their own content and did things.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for me, I was just like, okay, if I could do this listening thing for like a good month, I could probably do it. And that's it. And like, did Anki, man, if you could get through the Anki part, man, you could do anything. Like, if you could get through hardcoring like RTK, like with Anki, man, fuck that shit.
Bro, I have like PTSD from fucking so much Anki, dude.
Dude, same. I still do not touch. I cannot touch Anki like for more than like 2 weeks to this day. I
haven't
just
touched
can't.
that thing in like 2 years.
Before I found out about immersion, I would found out about Anki, and I was repping like 50 or 60 cards, new cards a day on these
Oh my
pre-made decks, and I had hundreds and hundreds of reps. It was a nightmare.
Dude, I
Bro, I
think
was
my
doing
rep.
like hundreds per day of
like,
those anime subs to SRS anime decks.
Oh,
bro,
no.
it was fucking torture.
Yeah, I can't believe
it was torture.
Great versus Japan did that shit. Like the way he did it, yo, this dude was a machine, dude. Because
he was just on some
fucking
yeah, he was on some shit.
It was the meaning of his life.
Yo, because like RTK alone, that shit took me like 2.5 hours every single day. So
Same.
it was
It
just
took me a
like
year to get through
That
RTK.
shit had my like hand hurting. God.
Like I did it, bro. I did it in 4. I was gonna try to do it in 3, but by the time I hit like 1.5, I was starting to turn. I was trying to drop the reps because I mean not the reps, the new cards because, bro,
yeah, yeah.
180 reps, bro. I yeah.
Yeah, as soon as
Bro,
Anki
I
takes
try.
longer than
I
30
tried to do
minutes,
what
it
you
needs to
did, but then
die.
I like deleted my deck and I had to do it all over again.
Oh my
That
god.
sounds awful.
Yeah,
It
as
hurt.
soon as Anki reaches 30 minutes a day, it needs to just fucking get deleted.
Same. Very true. Very
Yeah, so
true.
like
You need to go fucking read.
yeah, I think after I did RTK, I did it for
True.
like
Very
another
true.
3, 4. I think it was another 4 months or something, and then I quit. Like once my reps starting to get down to like 70 or 50 something, I was like, I'm done. I ain't doing this shit no more. I just want to read shit. I just want to read shit and watch anime.
I honestly like
Yeah.
I quit RTK like halfway through and I just started immersing and that was fine for me. I was like, I'm just gonna learn this way.
For me, it was more of a. It was less of a like I need to learn RTK to get really good at kanji, and more of like, yo, if I could do this, ain't nothing stopping me. So like, it was like a sense of like, yo, I just had to do this for the sake of just getting through it, so that I wouldn't quit on any other part of like learning the language or whatever. I don't know. It was. I don't know. I don't know if you could call that an ego thing or whatever, but like,
I feel like if you get over the hardest part to begin
yeah,
with, then
if
the
I was like,
rest
if I could get over
is,
the
like,
hardest part,
the rest is
like,
just endurance.
yeah, the rest is easy. The rest is fun. Like I just get through the pain and then I get to the fun stuff. Like
Yeah,
literally
but you still
everything.
have to like endure not understanding what's going on 100% of the time until you
after
get
I read
to-
my first light novel, I didn't care about that anymore. It didn't bother me anymore. Bro, once you get the intimidation of the first one, that's it. You're done. Like me,
True,
once
so
I finished my
true.
first one, once I finished my first one, then I started reading Shield Hero. Bro, that's it. It was over. I was reading that shit like I was possessed.
Yeah, after like the 5th, everything just gets so much easier to read. Like just insanely easier.
Yeah, because like the beginning, you're so intimidated by how much kanji's in there, and then once you get
Yeah.
used to it, it's like whatever.
When I first, I mean, I started like started reading like fairly late in, but when I first read first read a
it
light
took me
novel, I
2
was like,
years to open a light novel. It took me
I was
2
like,
years to open a light
there
novel.
was, it was like it was just this wall of text, and I just didn't know what to do. But then once I like read my first couple, it didn't really bother me anymore.
Yeah,
it's like
I know, right? It's so good. It's such a nice feeling when you like close the first one and you're just like, oh,
Yeah, it's like, and then I think back and I like, man, I was like, damn, I really used to take like 10, 15 minutes to get through like 2 pages of Detective Conan. Like, that's crazy. Like, you know, reading the Kana one by one, you know?
No, right?
Oh god.
Bro, that shit was pain.
Yep, very.
Staring at a kanji for like 3 minutes.
The whole getting
It's
used
so
to Kana
it's
thing
so
was
much
always
worse when it comes up in like a video when you have to like draw it on like that touchpad on your like.
Oh yeah, I hate that.
Have y'all used like the D show? Like with your
hate that.
mouse? That oh my god.
Oh yeah, that's the worst
Yeah,
thing
fuck
ever.
that.
Yeah, I've never done that because I'm just like, no way.
I'd rather just hunt.
At least now you could use the like, you know, the Google Translate.
I'd rather just guess the meaning.
Like recognizes text in a picture.
Yeah, but that
And
shit it doesn't work any of the
ShareX.
time.
There's
Almost
ShareX
never.
on PC, so you can use that.
And that
ShareX.
still doesn't work. I've used that before, and it still
It's
doesn't
all right.
work
It
most
works
of the time.
sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. You have to try multiple captions.
Yeah,
Usually.
iOS actually supports the same
Sure,
functionality.
it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I did. I learned how to write them, so it's not really that much of a pain in the ass anymore. Although I feel like if I just did like recognition, then it would probably
Yeah,
be
you'd
like
be screwed. You'd be screwed
pain.
because it's like because like writing is muscle memory. So like even if I haven't written one in forever, like if I see it, then I can write it. It's just that
Yeah. I can't really write from
Yeah.
memory unless it's an easy kanji, but I also did writing. Like every time it came up, I wrote it. And
Yeah.
I do think that helped me remember.
Dude, I have a note.
If you're just
like
copying one, like it's in front of you, and you're just copying it, it's not that hard, though, is it?
No,
It's not really the same.
You just go, yeah,
like,
but I
you
mean,
know
like,
how-
in order to like look it up online, if you have to like handwrite it because you don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah. It's a lot easier when you know how to write it.
Like you just know the radicals, and then you just.
If it's a kanji you haven't written or you haven't seen before, then it's hard. But if it's one you have written before, then you can look at it and you'll know how to write it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just go on
Yeah.
G-Show and click on all the radicals.
I mean,
What I try and
I
do is
can't do
just,
that.
like,
I
try
don't
and think of them.
understand the radicals on G Show. I'm just like, bro, just give me the character.
Who
I just,
thought
I
that
just
was,
find
like, a good
shapes that look
idea?
the same, and I
Fuck,
click them, and it works.
Bro, look, I just read
I've
most
looked-
of my shit digitally now. Like, I realized after
me
reading
too.
so many light novels digitally, I was like, I should not buy any paper ones ever again because most of them I have not touched and it's been like 2 years. I have like
Same, dude,
5 books in the
same.
Monogatari series sitting there. I've had for years and I have not touched them, but I've read like so many other things.
Exact same. Literally
So I'm
exact
just-
same. Oh my god, are you my twin?
It's
So
like
I'm
a
just
game
like-
collection.
So I'm just like, man, it's like I just gotta drop the because it's like the comfort of being able to read on my phone while I'm in bed, bro.
Same. And being able to just like press a button and then look it up instantly, bro.
Oh my god,
bro.
That is nice.
Because it's like having to like when I'm in the middle of reading something, it's getting really good, and then I gotta go like write out a kanji to like on my mouse to no.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Close the book and open it.
Like, nah, I'm good, bro.
Same.
I mean, some books are easy enough to where I don't need to have to worry about like actually when I was reading Kizu Monogatari, I didn't have to worry about that much, like because the vocabulary doesn't get at least from the half that I read, it hasn't gone anywhere where it's like
All right.
annoying to understand, but yeah.
Right.
But
Right,
you
yeah,
get to the point where you're like only looking up a word every like 3 pages or so. Like it's not really that hard, even if you have to do that type of stuff.
Yeah, and even if there are some words that you don't know, like usually context is is enough to know what's going on anyway. So
Yo,
And
guys.
sometimes they'll
but
just have like the furigana.
Yeah, yo, guys. So, but Eric and I gotta head out right now. But
Yeah.
really appreciate all of you coming through. Feel free to just continue the conversation here. We'll try to come back later. But yeah, I mean, like again, like it was a tough decision to make that video and post it. But like all the
Yeah, I can
overwhelming
imagine.
amount of support.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
glad we
the
did
support
make
is
it.
Totally
amazing.
worth it.
yeah, because
Respect.
I can only imagine because I was thinking about posting something, but I was like, dude, should I like? It was just
The guts
the
that
first
must
person
be
does it, it
taken to
opens the
even like think
floodgates.
about doing it.
yeah. The first opens
It
up like
was-
after they uploaded the video, I was like, damn, maybe I should just make it now.
After the
I
first
mean,
person
it's
jumps
really
in the pool,
scary to
everybody else
think your
follows.
channel could have disappeared. Like, from
Yeah,
doing
exactly.
But
'Cause it's like,
it's
even though
also
my-
it's also like all thanks to you guys, because like if we didn't get the right information, we didn't talk to everyone on the Discord and everything, like it would have been so much tougher, So like
Yeah.
really like appreciate you guys here. Like it wouldn't have we wouldn't have done it otherwise. So
I just
yeah.
think it's really amazing to see this server explode like this, and we're actually having we had like 55 plus people in the call at once. That's just insane.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Yeah.
did it get that high?
Yeah, I took a
Yeah.
screenshot.
I mean, like it's
My
like
God.
even more so, just like really good to see the community coming together and kind of spreading positivity versus like
Mhm.
you see a lot of
True.
negativity usually. But I mean, like this is something like a really good breath of fresh air and kind of banning against something that just isn't right. So yeah, once
The
again, like
memes,
really
the
appreciate
memes
you
are
guys.
gold too.
Oh yeah, and before I forget, hashtag
There's so
find
many
Bill.
memes.
Bill is a crucial key figure in all of this. He's
Hashtag secret
amazing.
sauce.
Guys,
Yeah,
we
hashtag
need-
secret sauce. Yeah.
we need to
Hey, yo.
spread the "we will find him" meme and see if someone can actually find him. There's got to be
gotta-
someone out there who knows him.
Someone here knows Bill for sure.
Yep.
There's
The secret
there's-
sauce.
we believe in the secret sauce. Gotta head out though, guys.
I just
Big-
had an idea.
appreciate you all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Catch you
Probably
later.
going to because I'm cutting down on my immersion time.
Oh, you still keep track of immersion time? I stopped. Keep
No,
track of
no,
that
but
shit,
like of the time I have, I'm spending a lot of it in this call instead of immersing.
Oh, gotcha. I don't even pay attention anymore. I don't even think about am I immersing whatever. It's just like I found a new line. Let me read this shit.
Same. I never tried.
Has anyone read
I
the
just-
manga 20th Century Boys?
No.
I'm reading that right now. It's amazing.
I actually haven't read manga in a long time because I like my manga. I like my light novels digital, my manga physical.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've never read a
I haven't
physical
read-
manga.
I haven't
Because
read manga in a while because there's like no sites where you can like read it for free.
because digital
There's
manga.
Nya. You
There's,
can
like,
you can
manga
pirate them
reader
on Nya.
to-
Yeah, but the quality's so
Yeah.
like even
Yeah,
when
but
I
you have
bought
to
it,
wait for them to get uploaded.
even
That's
after I
true.
bought it off Bookwalker one time, like the quality was still shit. Like some of the kanji
Same.
were just like I just couldn't read it, and that's why I was just like,
That
you
has
know,
happened.
It's in like
But I would
360p
say
or something. It's
there are
weird.
some really bad quality ones, but if you want to read like recent updated manga, then I would say there are still sites for that. I don't know the names, but do you know the app Tachiyomi? It's on Android. If you go in there and then you add all the Japanese sources, then you search for the manga you want, you can find a website that has it, and some websites will have updated versions depending on the manga.
actually, I think I have one Kindle manga on my phone. Okay, on my Kindle, I don't think it looked that great, but actually, it looks pretty good on the phone.
Yeah, like manga, if you use like a tablet, it looks really high quality.
Yeah, because
but
my
it's really tablet,
phone has a really good display. Oh, I think I could rock with this, actually.
All right. Anyway, see you guys. Bye.
Yeah, take care, man.
Mhm.
Except the ones I already
Take
have
care.
in
Yeah, bro.
physical, I'm still gonna buy them physical because
I'm gonna have to look up that Tachiyomi stuff then.
It's
I'm gonna
legit,
see
bro.
if they have some stuff.
Yeah, it's got a lot of sources. Mostly the popular stuff, but you might get lucky.
Yeah. Really, I just want to read like Dragon Ball. It's like the only manga I actually read.
I'm not too sure if it has that, but I think that person on the discussion wants me to say I am Batman for some reason.
He's the Brazilian guy I was talking about. He's the Brazilian guy.
Oh yeah.
He's such a utter pro though.
Oh,
He's
by
my
the way,
utter
Molly,
pro.
I think I can see when people say that like your voice sounds like it's a voice changer. Like when we're talking on another server, you didn't sound like this though.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Might be a
Who
different
knows?
Yeah, it sounds like I don't know, your mic's like sort of like it's sometimes just like does a thing. I don't know.
I think Anarchon did some. Did Anarchon do something like that? Did
It
he use
just
like a voice
depends.
changer?
It just depends
in
on
one
the
of his videos?
conversation, how invested I am with it, and etc. Right? And also the last couple of days have just been out a lot, and when you speak a lot, your voice gets a bit deeper. That's at least what happens to me.
It's probably noise suppression on Discord making it sound funny.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, noise suppression. If I take it off, my voice sounds like this. How does it sound? The same or different?
Oh,
It sounds
different.
less robotic.
Yeah.
Oh, it legit sounds
It
robotic.
sounds less not guttural, but like
Noise suppression like takes
grizzly almost.
audio out of the audio that is sending, so it sounds a bit more compressed sounding.
Almost like you're stuck inside like an old fashioned fan
An old jar.
spinning around.
But
You know,
now you
like
can hear my PC and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
Sure.
As long as you have what's the sensitivity set right, so it doesn't just constantly send your PC noise over the mic. It's whatever.
Yeah. Usually my sensitivity is up because I sit away from my mic finish.
Yeah.
Okay, no, but thanks for that, man. But Kezi, in the other chat when I usually talk, I usually have noise suppression on as well, so I don't know.
Maybe I didn't listen too much last time, but yeah, just some occasionally. But yeah.
Nah,
You don't
appreciate
notice it until you do.
But
Then
yeah,
you never can't.
I'll put noise suppression back on.
All the talkative people left.
Oh no, I've just been looking at my phone. That's what I've been talking.
I'm making a
everyone
meme.
just got like tired of speaking for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Well, I got here like an hour ago. Is it been an hour? I think it's been an hour.
Oh Jesus!
It's been an hour 16.
Same, dude.
Yeah. I didn't even notice. Oh my god. Yeah, right.
You and me were like,
Voice chat to talk shit. It's always a good time.
Yeah,
Chris, you and me.
Yeah.
You and me, we're in sync. We're in sync. I just get it.
Man, like I don't know. Like this was like the last thing I expected to happen. I remember when I first heard Project Uproot, I was like, bro, this shit sounds so fucking no, you know what it was? Because I saw the emails. Because I don't know. I think he did an email thing one time, and I think I put it because I was like, yeah, let's see whatever he does with it. And I don't think he did anything with it until like Uproot. And I was looking at the emails and I saw the videos. I was like, bro, this looks so. There's no way who looks at this and doesn't think this is sus as hell? Like,
when they released the video of them walking around a supermarket bothering random people asking for Josie.
I didn't.
The instant he said infection, I'm like, yeah, okay, this is fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I didn't see that video because I was just because for me, like those types of videos just give me like
it's cringe.
Sort of anxiety or like secondhand embarrassment, you know?
It's secondhand.
So
yeah, I know.
That's why I don't really watch them. Like I don't think they're. It just depends on how you do it. I think, but yeah, like I mean.
I also liked how he kept in that clip of him creeping on that one retarded YouTuber chick or whatever.
Wait,
He's
what?
like, I am.
I am. Hey, are you so-and-so from YouTube?
And that was the
I know
clickbait.
Japanese.
It's supposed to be like some sort of a phony version of like, hey, for transparency's sake, I left this in here. Ha ha ha. So quirky.
Yeah.
This is cringe. I'm embarrassing. Oh, by the way, let me upsell you on your infection.
You know what's the best part? He had to send an email out that like Uproot's not associated with Refold because fucking Ethan, who's a CEO, is just like, dude, like what?
Not part of this
like
shit.
hello, like what the fuck is up? Because I really cannot believe that they were like completely in the know of like, or if not completely in the, it's just like, bro.
Well,
the fact that it wasn't explicitly stated to begin with.
Yeah, that and also
it's like, oh, by the way, Project Uproot is not affiliated with Refold in any way. This is a private project that I've been working on with Ken. It wouldn't have been that hard to say. He
honestly,
did
I think
that
he was just
on
careless.
purpose.
I think he was just careless.
That's probably just covering their ass. The Ethan guy has been said.
Yeah, of course. Oh no, he's definitely covering his ass.
No, I know, but like
Didn't
in
he
the
say-
Discord server, he said that he had Matt go with Ken to learn about like marketing or some shit for some paid Refold courses, and then this happened. So I'm pretty sure there is some sort of fucking tie with Refold.
I mean, yeah, but I think because here's the thing: making more monetized stuff on Refold it makes complete sense because they're a company. But like, it's what you promise, what you market, and what you can deliver. So that's the real issue. Because the issue with Uproot isn't even the cost; it's that it's a lie.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
wondering if this is just some sort of test the water type deal.
If it's a test the water type deal, then it's a really stupid way to test the waters. You should have let Ken do it by himself.
No, they already tested
Ken already
it.
did
They
that
already
before.
tested the water. They already did Project Idiot. They already tested the waters.
Yeah, like Ken already tested the waters. Look where it got him. Like, what the fuck, testing the waters? You already know where it's going. The internet
just knows that he has.
Just the way it took so long from the distance themselves from that. Like, they should have done that. Like, if they were out of the loop on that, the first video should have been the giant fucking red flag, but it took them quite a while before, like, fires start really burning.
I think he just knows that like a portion of his fan base will pay money for like literally anything that he makes. And he's just capitalizing on it.
I mean, I can't really knock on that. Like when we're trying to get this bread, but like,
brain set. Let's go.
I draw the line at lying to people about what you're selling. That's like you want to make it overpriced, okay? Whatever you want to make it, you want to do some lazy thing, whatever. But you better just deliver what you say you're gonna deliver. That's really all I'm concerned about. So.
Sure,
because at the end of the day, if people are paying, $500 for something that they could do for free, then that's their problem. But it's just like if you're giving them what they paid for, then that's it. But yeah.
All I'd say is just be slightly suspicious of the Refold stuff as well. Keep your guard up.
I mean, I would be suspicious of Refold if they had like monetized stuff that we have to worry about, but at least
I
right
feel
now,
like Refold just going to be more like whatchamacallit, Migaku now. They're just going to be open about things, and yeah.
Well, only
I
time.
mean, it's already
only
like that.
time
It's
will
a
tell.
community of multiple people. They're gonna make more sane decisions as a community.
I think Matt even really cares about Refold. He never like retweets anything that Refold posts. He doesn't even like Refold's posts on Twitter. Like he
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
care. He doesn't give a shit.
I mean, he hasn't even really made that much stuff. I don't think he's made that much stuff on Refold, anyways. Like,
He made a couple of videos on his YouTube channel that he like hidden away shortly after.
yeah, like
Like the announcement video
Wait,
that wasn't there
wait.
about half a week ago.
Wait, is Refold like a different thing? Like different from Matt now?
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Matt is a co-founder, but he's not
Matt
the
is
CEO.
just the poster boy for Refold.
Yeah,
really.
basically, yeah.
Wait, so who's actually running Refold?
Ethan.
Ethan
I think it's like
Ethan's the CEO.
pops down.
Bill.
that's up to
Bro, shut the fuck up!
With
My
Matt,
God,
with
this has
Matt,
been around
with
for
Matt
an
off the
hour, and
scene,
I'm
Bill is now the face of Refold.
I'm gonna. I hate this meme. It's been around for an hour, and I already want it to die.
It's too bad. He'll be here for a long time, apparently. Maybe.
Bill isn't. I haven't even found him yet.
That about page is too retarded not to fucking shit on constantly.
Yeah, I know. Like, that's the other thing that
is it still fucking there?
See, that's the other thing about this whole thing. It's like how unprofessional all the emails were for something so freaking exclusive.
Yeah, it looks like it's just an email that he's typed on his phone, and then it hasn't even gotten rid of the "sent from my iPhone" bit at the bottom.
Bro, it doesn't even it isn't even the first word isn't even capitalized. What the fuck?
Isn't even like spell check. He just posted it.
Hey guys,
I feel like that's supposed to make it like it's a
phrasing that was
personal
fucking
email
sad.
that he sent you.
Yeah,
Potentially. Maybe
Looks
that's
like it belongs in your junk mail.
Probably the idea.
It does look like it belongs in my junk mail because that is where it belongs.
Yeah, he had a problem with it being like in people's spam or like junk.
I wonder why.
Yeah,
I mean, it looks like fucking spam.
Click on the link, you get a virus. Let's go.
Like, if
Yeah.
if any normal person sent me an email like
The
that, I just
infection.
ignore them because they're just fucking stupid.
Yeah, of
So
course.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't checked my emails in
That's
like
the
2
type of
years.
email that the
He's
professor
really
put
just
in front
trying to
of.
target a specific audience.
That's the type of email that the professor put in front of the class to dunk everyone who's ever sent an email like that, so that people won't do it again too.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't think I've ever sent an email to like anybody.
What do you mean? Just full stop?
Really?
You've never sent
Just
an
like
email?
full stop. I'm pretty sure I haven't.
You
What,
you
even at-
don't
even at
have
work?
like a colleague that you email?
Yeah.
What? No. What do you mean?
You don't? Do you have a job?
What's work?
Fuck no. What do you mean?
Let's go.
How can you age that with work? What the fuck?
Yep.
You work in Japan.
Well, to be fair, I age out with a lot of schoolwork on my back, but
Yeah, same.
I'm working now. I would say it sucks, but nah. Get money. Money's good.
it depends.
Yes,
Depends.
Just get on that grind set, bro.
money is good.
Just read
Yeah.
shit at work.
Which is why he's scamming people.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, my thing is like, okay, you can make. Let's say he makes like $1 million something, right? But it's not sustainable. Though.
He's not. No way.
It depends.
Even if you had
Told
1,000
this dude made
people,
quite a
You
bit of
can
cash.
tested thousands of people, it would still be 500,000. So.
Yeah, like if some people are actually paying 500 to 800, you don't need a lot of people to make shit ton.
Uproot too.
If not $1 million, then in the few hundred thousands is
Did
not.
cats actually just make $1 million, or did they not just like exaggerate the number like Ken does with the number of people he's teaching? Ken's like, I teach thousands of people, millions of people. I'm just like, what?
Or Matt being like, I have thousands of Japanese learners that are following me. Like, most of your YouTube subs would probably just watched one of your videos, subbed because they're like, oh, I'll learn Japanese one day, and they haven't watched your channel since. Like,
I wonder if he intends on
Well, he
sticking
could
around
probably
on
just, like-
YouTube after this.
It's like I don't know, like it's just because ain't nobody gonna want to collab with you after that. First of all,
No, not really.
like, and if there is a collab, you better get ready to get flamed.
like, look, even his clickbait videos with Ken only had like 2/3 of his total subs watching.
Well, that's pretty
Not even.
normal for YouTube channels, though.
Yeah, but it was like a super clickbaity one.
I don't look at subscriber
right?
count. I always look at view count. View count's the only thing that matters. Subs don't matter.
Yeah, subs are just kind of there.
But like I think the stuff he did with Shauma, that did pretty well. Because also, I mean, it's like people don't look at Shauma and think like, okay, like this guy's full of shit. But it's like, oh, well, Ken, it's like, And it's also, I think the
There's a lot of new people that don't know who Ken is, including me, until like a couple weeks ago. But,
yeah.
I think they'll
didn't know who he
probably
was
both
until
just be
the
fine.
KoreKara,
He stayed dark for a while, so no, like they're both gonna stay
podcast
dark and stay down low, and just
Yeah, wait for the
3
new
years
people
later.
to come. Wait for the new people to trickle in, and then no one knows who you are again, except for
Yeah,
the people
pretty
that
much.
do.
Yep.
I think they're probably going to be fine. I mean, I don't think really besides us, I don't think anyone even really knows that it's a scam or really cares.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
well,
there's
there's a lot of
I don't
people
even
that
really
do
care
that
that
don't really
much.
want to get engaged with it, but then there's the people that just don't give a shit at all and see this as oh wow, I can learn Japanese quick, I can do this.
Yeah.
True.
It's probably not the first
But if
time
you're
they tried
that
to
dumb,
do.
like honestly,
Yeah, it's like at that.
if you're
Yeah,
that
if they're
dumb,
that dumb at that point. It's like,
That's who they're targeting.
yeah, but the people that are
at
dumb
that
as that.
point it's just natural selection, honestly.
Kind of sad though, like the fact that you
You're not
can't
wrong.
actually appeal to people who you would genuinely want to have an interaction with, that you're like just preying on people's insecurity and
True.
Like,
Yeah, it's scummy.
Like he can make much of money without like being like really scammy and scummy about it.
Exactly.
It's just, like it's
And
just
only that-
disgusting. It's like destroying the entire community. It's
Yeah,
just
not
like,
only
why the fuck are you
that,
doing
but
this?
like
now.
the thing is that it's not a sustainable business. So it's like if you're anxious about the future or even feeling desperate, the last thing you should be doing is destroying your fucking reputation.
That's why I'm wondering if he's even
Yeah.
intending on being around YouTube afterwards. I wonder if this is just kind of like I want my lump of cash and get
Yeah,
the
which
fuck out
makes
of here.
no sense to me because it's like, what the
Sounds
fuck
like
are you
it.
gonna do?
He's like the
yeah,
last
you-
person you'd
I don't
expect to like. do
It's like,
something
are you
like
gonna
that.
become a translator or interpreter? Is like that? Is that the new thing now? Because it's like, because this dude's been spending like the majority of his adult life on Japanese. So it's like,
Manga translator Matt.
And probably his child life too.
Hentai translator.
Maybe he'll
the
go.
whole
Maybe he'll
thing
go
pays
on
well.
to do
That
other internet
pays, that
scams with
pays.
our friend Ken. Who knows? I don't know.
Maybe he'll just take the money and move to Japan. No one will ever see him again.
he's
I don't
actually
know, I mean,
raising money to find Bill.
The problem with that is
I'm
he's
not
gonna
gonna
have to
lie.
get a job.
If you made a ton of money and then you just moved away, you got money to raise your children and live a happy life with your
Oh
family.
my god, I hope that man does not reproduce.
Happy ever after.
Imagine if Matt got a job with Jet.
Wait, that might actually. I mean, that might work for him. I
Yeah,
mean,
totally.
if he speaks Japanese good enough, it's like I'm sure he could do some things with language learning
But here's
too.
another
It's like-
question: what does
Definitely.
cats do now?
Honestly,
I don't
He
know.
still posts on Twitter every day, several times a day. He's
that's
posting on Twitter.
automated.
That's a bot.
Cats is
No, it's
yeah,
a
it's a
bot.
bot.
inspiration.
Because it
Yeah, but
it's
his
after a while.
Patreon is still up though.
Oh, is it?
Still got cats.
Cats is probably just like Cats is probably just like a crypto millionaire. He probably just took all the money from Asia.
Well,
and it's just like he's just
Miguel
insanely
Sam-
wealthy now.
Did he actually make
Miguel
that
Sam
much?
said he made like millions of dollars off of the silver spoon thing, and
Was
so
it
Is that
really
actually
millions
true, or are
though?
they just saying
There
it?
you go.
yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean,
I don't know if it's
Like,
millions,
Tokyo
but,
Sam,
I mean, he has no
Tokyo
reason to lie about it.
Sam and Ken are both the type of people that seem to be would like exaggerate things. Like they're not necessarily telling a lie, but they exaggerate, just a little
Yeah.
bit, like 1,000
I
to a
didn't think
million.
that
It's
much.
not
It's
that
not
much.
necessarily a lie. It's just not the entire truth.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ending the truth.
like I don't see like that many people who are that interested in this type of stuff. But like I don't know,
Especially like
stuff, I
drama.
guess.
Drama is fun.
Yeah.
This is like the
The
last
reason we
community I expected drama from.
Expect it from
Same.
every community. It will happen, especially when money is involved.
Man, I'm looking through Kindle Unlimited stuff, and oh my god, there's so much shit in here on Kindle Unlimited. What the fuck?
You have to use a VPN for that, bro.
No, you don't. What are you talking about? What?
What for the Japanese?
I don't
Kindle?
use a VPN.
No,
Oh, sweat.
So
I
You
don't
need
use
to
a
sign up and then you sign after, I think.
Yeah, I think the only thing you have to do to like get like Japanese Kindle books is like you have to set your country to Japan, and then after that, it just lets you do it.
Okay, yeah, I'll try that.
Yeah, I mean, I back up all my books because I don't know if at some point my account can get deleted. So I've heard it might have happened to some people. It's like so few that like I don't even know. It's really a thing, but I've spent hundreds of dollars and I'm still good. And I've ordered shit like overseas to here, so
that's cool. Because I've got my Japanese Amazon Amazon account set up, but I haven't done Kindle Unlimited for that. But if I start reading more, then I'll definitely try it.
I mean, someone else tried it and it didn't work for them, but I don't know. Like, I think if you can buy Kindle books, you could buy Kindle Unlimited without a problem.
Yeah,
I mean, then yeah, because it was like they had a deal at the New Year deal where it was 99 yen for 2 months. I was like, what? That's not even $1. What?
So the things that you need a VPN for is going to be Prime
Hi.
Video.
Maybe because I couldn't get
No, like I can confirm, you need a VPN for Prime, and then for anything that's like Audible or Kindle or just regular things from Amazon, you don't need a VPN for that.
Okay,
Wait, is Prime worth it? Do they actually have good content there, like Netflix does?
It has
Yeah,
dry
actually,
mode. It has dry mode on it.
I
it
mean,
depends on what you're looking for.
So I mean, it has different content, and there's some overlap with like recently aired shows. So I mean, yeah, it's got good content.
Does it have like
Evangelion? It's like
Can you use your US bank card on Japanese Amazon to download
I use
online
my
stuff?
US debit
Because
card.
I had the first time I went to Germany, like I was in Germany. It wasn't like I needed a VPN for anything, but I was trying to download the soundtrack to the musical recording of The Lion King in German, and it wouldn't accept my Australian bank card. I could buy other things. I could buy other things on German Amazon. I could buy physical products, but I couldn't buy audio with my Australian bank card for some reason.
The weirdest thing. Why is digital technology like this?
It might also depend.
Amazon's kind of fickety like that.
Yeah, because I think it also depends sometimes with like licensing and copyright.
The dumb thing is, I just ended up. I bought myself a gift voucher on my other email address, sent it to myself, disconnected my card from my account, and then it worked just fine. Like,
I don't know.
Yeah, it's super finicky.
Shit that we have to go through just to.
I remember I had a weird issue where I couldn't use my Amazon, my debit card from Amazon UK on Amazon JP, and I had to use a different card.
What?
Yeah, Amazon is strange like that.
It might be something with the policy on your card as well. Like some don't allow foreign purchases.
Yeah, but the thing is, I was buying physical items on Amazon Germany with no problem. It was just this audio download that it didn't want to let me pay for.
It could be licensing as well.
No idea.
And so some light novel series, after they get completed, some of them actually get put on Kindle Unlimited completely. That's nuts.
Kindle Unlimited, you can download how many books a month?
No, you can no, it's not month. You can download. No, you get so you can borrow up to what is it? I think up to 20, I believe. And then I think it's somewhere between 10 and 20 because I borrowed a lot of them before it hit the limit. But after you hit the limit, you can return them and get another one.
Oh,
yeah. So you just like once you finish one, you could just hit return and go to the next one.
That's
like if you fill up the total, you could literally return everything you have and then get like another 20 other books, and it won't like.
That's cool.
Yeah. So you know me, I put a download on my Kindle, then I dump it all in Calibre, so I keep it, and yeah. So it's man, DDRM, it still works. So.
Hey, smart lad.
Yeah, man. So
yeah.
So when's the next video, Chris?
You know, it's
In a
funny.
year.
Like, I keep every day. I keep opening my Word document because I'm like, yo, maybe I should write a script for like, playing stuff about talking about like learning Japanese through video games and stuff like that. And like, I have the work document. I have like, like 2 sentences written, and I keep opening it and then I don't write anything because I gotta go do so.
Bro, I've done the exact same thing many times.
And it's just like, cause I'm like, damn, I want to do something, cause it's like, even when I'm not, like, even just with the occasional stream and stuff like that, like, my subscriber count has somehow gone up. So I'm just like, damn, maybe I should like, make some videos and stuff. But then every time I'm like, yeah, okay, let's make a video or whatever. Then I'm just like, damn.
I guess the biggest problem is the script, isn't it? Because you're probably thinking, I need to write massive scripts. This is going to take time. I can't be bothered. And then you end up not even starting.
It's not even the script. I don't think is the main problem, because I could also just use it as an outline. I can improvise. It's not like my videos are particularly high quality anyway, so it's not like most people are gonna mind. But I think it's the editing, because I don't want it to just. If it's gonna look like. If it's gonna be shit editing, it better be funny shit editing. But the problem is that doing funny stuff also takes editing skills. So
it really does. Being funny on camera is hard.
So it's just like it's just like it probably won't be that hard if I just like did it, but just like getting myself to do is the hard part. That's what it is. Like doing it's probably not that hard, but it's like getting yourself to do it is.
Just roll the camera, dude. Just roll the camera.
No, I know. See, I can roll the camera. The problem is when I throw it into the editor. Yeah, no, I can sit down and talk for days, but when I put it in the editor, then that's where I was like, oh fuck. Yeah, no, because my videos, I have a harder time keeping them short. Like you guys know this.
Your average video is like 20 minutes, right?
Yeah,
it's not too bad. Not too bad.
I legit deleted all of my videos because I was just fucking embarrassed by it. They were so cringy. It was fucking insane. I think in one of them I like walked on camera with like a cowboy hat and just did the entire video like that.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that one.
It was stupid as shit. It was so funny.
I just love how my same hair looks different in every